Greetings, Battle Brothers. It's me, Aurelia Tempris, Defender of the Golden Throne and Servant of Humanity. Welcome in, welcome in. I am looking forward to, this, I am looking forward to seeing what is going to be revealed at, Adepticon. Sorry, I was taking my socks off. I was working out prior to this. So, well, what are we all thinking we're gonna get? I decided that I should, don't normally stream on Wednesdays, it's kind of back and forth. Decided to do that today, since I kind of want to get more into, like, the Warhammer stuff, know what's going on, what's new in the scene. So, this is kind of the first one that we're doing. I know, a bunch of other streamers, like, I think, Chapter Master Valrak is doing one of these today. So, I was like, oh, well, you know, I'll give this a shot, and if I like it, we'll do more of these, and if I don't like it, well, we'll just talk about it later. For the uninitiated, what is Adepticon? Adepticon is basically a Warhammer convention that is being held in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and there they have a bunch of, like, Warhammer stuff and activities. You can play tabletop, there's classes, there's people you can meet. I've never been. I only found out about it, like, a few months ago. So, yeah, I've never been. Oh man, my background music isn't on. Ah, we fixed it. There we go. But anyways, I've never been. Is it specific to fantasy or Warhammer or 40k? It's just Warhammer. Warhammer in general, so Age of Sigmar, Horus Heresy, Warhammer 40k, Warhammer Fantasy, it covers everything. And yes, my friend Froggy is at the con. So she's probably going to be watching in person. So that'll be cool. Let me move some stuff around. Froggy is the con. No, she's not a con. She's not a con. She's amazing and she's 100% real. She's 100% real. Oh, I gotta change my stream title. 1 second. I need to put on my Discord that I'm streaming. Nope. Do this. There we go. Fixed it. Hello, Sister Aurelia. I don't have time to stay and watch. Must hit the hay for interviews tomorrow morning. Good night. Have a nice stream. Good luck, Bloodgrave. I hope that your interview goes well. I hope it goes well. In interviews, you have multiple interviews, so I hope all of those go well and that you get the job you are most excited for of the bunch that is in front of you. Good luck. Please get some sleep. This is the perfect time. Definitely rest. You can always watch this later, and I'm sure it will be all over social media tomorrow what they end up revealing. So take advantage. Sleep. You better get some sleep. Alright, place your bets. Will Votan still not get anything new? Well, so this will be interesting. Since this is my first one, first, like, reaction, like, watch along for a live stream and, like, the new Warhammer stuff. I'm sure as we go, I'll become more comfortable and more aware of, what's been released and what's not. I've never really followed tabletop too much, so haven't really read any codexes. I want to, though. I think that'll be something we do in the future, do a stream together where we read some of the codexes. I don't follow too many minis, but yeah, we'll see. We will see. It's been weird, great, and terrible all at once, so I may not stay long. Oh, that's okay, Darth Bill. I hope you at least enjoy a little bit of time here. This should be fun. Oh, I should pull up. Hang on. I'm gonna keep an eye on, I believe they're doing the reveals. Where is, in a little less than 30 minutes. So I just have the I have the stream pulled up in another tab. Once they, like, go live, then we'll switch and we'll talk over there. I just want to make sure I don't miss it because it should be in about 25 minutes. Glad to make it for the reveals. Yeah, me too. I'm excited. I watched the last one. When was this? I think it was in January, something like that. I watched I watched the reveals. Bricky was streaming it on his channel, so I happened to just like tune in and watch it. So this will be kind of fun to do, just a little different version. It won't be, but I hope we get something for the Gray Boys. Yeah, I will say Gray Knights are cool and I do want to paint some. It would be nice if they got new minis. It would be really nice. No. This will be a fun experience for all of us. Like, I'm like, oh, what's new? What's not? I don't know. I don't know. Any case, how has everyone been? It's only been like a couple days. Sorry. A couple days since I last streamed. So what have we been doing? What are we up to? We have any fun plans? I know tomorrow I'm doing another repo collab with a bunch of those girls from about 2 weeks ago. That was a lot of fun hanging out with those girls. So we're doing that again. So it'll be a little bit of a different time, 2:30 p.m. Pacific time. So a little earlier than what I normally stream, but it'll be nice. Oh, Diclonius, thank you so much for the super chat. Off work, beer in hand, Aurelia stream, Warhammer reveals, life is good. Yes, man. It really is. It really is. I can't wait to find out what they're revealing. I know they gave us some hints a few months ago, but I wonder if there's more that they haven't shown us. Official Aurelia mini announcement. Oh gosh. That would be something. That would be something. I wouldn't expect that in the slightest. No, I might be a little mad about that. Mad, happy, I don't know. There's a decent proxy. I don't mind that so much. The last repo stream was hilarious. It was. Those girls are so much fun. It's okay. It sounds really bad, and it may show you like my taste in friends may not. I'm not saying my friends are bad, but I had way more fun collabing with those other girls playing repo versus playing with my IRL friends. I don't know how to explain it. I had way more fun playing with those girls. I don't know. I think I know that sounds really bad, but like I think it's the chaos the girls brought. Yeah, my friends, we were like all kind of like focused, and their chaos is like different. I don't know how to explain it. The way they like chaos is to play with like a ton of mods, so all of the monsters were unrecognizable. I didn't know who I was dealing with. Like so I don't prefer to play with like a ton of mods. There are some that are helpful, but I just like the pure unbridled, just like chaos and screaming for all the girls. Friends can be tiring. It's not that my friends were tiring and that they weren't fun or that we didn't have fun. I think it's just I have like a different, when I play games, I think I have a different mindset about it now. Like I don't how do I explain? It's almost as if when I stream, I'm kind of in the moment and reacting like immediately over like versus building things up over like a long time. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm trying to articulate it because before I was like focused and I play the game and I play logically, or I'm like, okay, this is what we do. But becoming a VTuber and playing games with my friends, it's become different. I'm more like, what is like an immediate reaction? What's my immediate response to something? Thinking like on the fly versus like with friends, you don't have to do that. And when I did play with them, here it is. When I did play with them and I was reacting immediately off the cusp, I didn't get that same energy back because they're not streamers. And they don't know I'm one. So the vibes are just different. It's a skill issue. They just aren't as fun. I don't think that's the case. They are fun. It's just, it's different. skill issue. Oh gosh. Hi, welcome in, welcome in. Don't mind me, I'm just talking about how my video game playing style has changed since I've become a streamer. I can relate. Deep Rock Galactic is funnier when played with strangers and is the same for most of the players. Okay, yeah, okay, I'm glad I'm not alone. I don't know if it's just a change I'm undergoing. No, honestly, it probably is. Oh, DinoFan, thank you for the bits. If you're gonna look at the codexes, do you want to see the new ones or some of the older ones? A mix of both. A mix of both. I've heard it's good to go back and kind of, you get a lot of grimdark in the older codexes, so I want to take a look at those too. It'll take me a while before I can read a codex and be like, oh yes, they totally nerfed X army or this and that. It'll be a while before I get there, but I'd like to. Older codexes have better lore, and that's kind of, you know what, that's kind of where I want to go. They got the good juicy lore. I love lore. Mario bro, thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for the follow as well. I hope you're having a good day, getting to hear more about our Warhammers. The fluff is good. I was reading one. What edition was it? I had it pulled up on my computer. It was 3rd or 4th edition codex on Space Marines. But I know for sure. Oh my goodness. My friend Froggy is, she just sent me a picture. They are waiting in line for the previews, and there are a lot of people outside the doors waiting to get in, to get seated. Man, I hope they open the doors soon. Man, it would be cool to go in person. Any theories for the reveals? Oh gosh, no. I have no theories. I mentioned this a little bit ago. This is my first time doing like a watch-along reveal stream, so I don't have any thoughts. My brain is soft and moldable right now. So once I get more familiar with the tabletop side of things and what miniatures have been released recently and what hasn't been, then I'll get a better feel for in future streams what they might reveal. But currently, no. Yes, the brain is soft. Head empty, no thoughts. I have no thoughts. I hope it's cool. If I remember correctly, they teased knights. They teased, I think, salamanders, something chaosy, and one other thing. I thought it was Black Templars or something. It was another Imperium one. That's what I remember them teasing about a month or two ago. Dang it! You're gonna put that song back in my head! No! You're gonna put that song back in my head. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. I may or may not have been listening to it on a loop after stream on Sunday. Yeah. Oh man, Miku's gotta worm her way into everything, but we love Miku, so it's okay. We love a good Hatsune Miku. Ooh. Yeah, people are saying, oh, was it Grey Knights or was it... Oh, okay, so it was Grey Knights over Black Templars. Okay. I couldn't remember. I was like, I was like, is it Grey Knights? I didn't want to speak inaccurately, and I wasn't... And don't ask me anything if I have any guesses for Warhammer Fantasy, Old World. Don't ask me about any of those. I have no idea. I barely know what's going on for Warhammer 40k. Don't even ask me about the other ones. Let's see, I had something. Where is it? Oh, okay, guys. Okay, while we're waiting for streams to start, before we, let me answer this question. What would be your ideal model reveal? Thank you for the super chat, Diclonies. Like, you're talking about what would I want to see? I would like to go back in time and have them redo the Sanguinary Guard with big, beautiful wings. That would be my ideal model reveal. I want to go back in time and fix their wings. The armor is fine, the wings are not. There you go. That's my preference. Why is it always back to the Sanguinary Guard? Because I care about the Blood Angels and their little pitiful baby wings make me sad. That's what I would want. I don't feel as passionate about any, like, too many of the other factions. Like, I think the Eldar models look amazing. Let's see. Yeah, no, there's not really any other factions that I'm, like, incredibly passionate about. I'm like, I must have this. I need this in my life. I'm like, Blood Angels, I like Black Templars, but, like, nothing too crazy. Custodians, like, I keep it simple. Do I like Space Marines? Yes, but I don't, like, you know, you gotta have, I have a preference for how they look and the feel. I was gonna say taste, which sounds really bad. It sounds like not only do I sniff glue, but I also eat the miniatures like I'm some sort of a Tyranid fan. Ooh. My friend Froggy got close to the front. Yay! Oh, dang, I didn't respond to her. Yeah, I left her. I left her on red. I didn't mean to. I've responded to her now. She's probably watching you right now. I hope not. She better not. She better be focused and in the moment and paying attention to the reveals. Come on, she can talk to me later. I hope she's not. She's got better things to do. She's got better things to do. What was I gonna say? I had a notes. Oh, I actually learned something new the other day. I had no idea about this. So the book I'm currently reading right now is Saturnine, which is good so far. And you know what I found out in that book? Sanguinius takes out a warlord titan. Like, I had no clue. I had no idea. And there's a moment where he takes on the titan. He takes it out, and then there's three smaller titans. And he stared them down, and then they left. And they were, like, terrified. I'm like, yes! Oh my gosh. It's really bad whenever I read a book and Sanguinius, like, pops up into it, like, unexpectedly. Like, I know it's a Horus Heresy book and it's Siege of Terra specifically, but it's not always a guarantee that Sanguinius is gonna be in the book, or he may be mentioned but not have dialogue lines, like, all of that stuff. And every time he pops up and I don't expect it, like, I giggle like I'm a little girl. And I have, like, the biggest crush, which I guess is true. I do have the biggest crush. I do have the biggest crush. So I get all like, oh my gosh, he's here. And he says things. But man, then I started fangirling. I did. As a warning, GW uses copyrighted music if you care. Oh, thank you so much for letting me know, Super Orlock. It's not a big deal for this one. I just want to hang out and just see what's here, so it doesn't bother me so much, but thank you for the heads up. Oh dear, the fangirl brain rot. Look,
I've witnessed has been cringe.
Look, it's not cringe when it's Sanguinius. Yes, I am married to him. I am. I'm 100% married to Sanguinius. You can't tell me otherwise. He's claimed, taken by me. Yeah, but I 100% fangirl, because the way he says things, or perhaps the way Jonathan Keeble voices him, it's just so, like, he's got riz. He's got infinite riz. Like, let me explain the situation to you. Let me explain the situation. Imperial Fists were defending this one portion of the palace, and they go to charge forward to meet the enemy. And as like he's about to say, "Oh my gosh!" like charge the enemy, like he kind of falls because there's some ordnance that lands nearby him, and like Sanguinius like picks him up, like he stops him from falling, and he says, "There's no need, brother," and then he goes off and then like beats stuff up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a man right there. I'm like, and the voice acting, I just can't. I can't. Greetings, hello. I'm not an elf, sir. I assure you, it's perfectly fine for me to be like this. It's perfectly fine for me to be like this because I'm supporting the Imperium. It's fine. It's fine. A man or a mutant? That's a good question. He's technically both. I could say, that's my husband right there. How about that? Oh, 15 Cell, thank you for the super chat. GW used to make models with lead 20 years ago. I wonder how much those would go for now. I would not put those in your mouth. Definitely don't eat those. Don't eat those. Wouldn't recommend it. Maybe bad, just a little bad for your health. Just a tiny bit. Abhumans have to stick together, right? 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 It's perfect. It's perfect. I have one of the 2 lead models here. Don't sand them down. Yeah, I wouldn't sand those either. That's just, that's, Don't do that. But Aurelia, the minis look so tasty. They may look tasty, but they're hazardous to your health. Let's see, I was working on a project one time. I was working with, it doesn't matter what it was, just small objects, but they were brightly colored. And I was working on them in like a public space, and there was this girl that I like kind of knew who walked by, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I love those like little things that you have." And I was just working on it. It was a crafting thing I was doing. And I was like, "Oh, thank you very much." And she's like, "Can you like eat those?" And I looked at her in the face and I said, "No, you can't. You can't eat them." I laughed. I was like, "They look pretty, don't they? But no, you can't eat them." And then she was like, "Are you sure you can't eat them?" And she was dead serious. She looked at me in the face and was legit curious if these like plastic things that I had in front of me that I was working on for a project. And I was like, "No, you can't. You should not." I was like dumbfounded. I was like, "Huh? Ma'am, are you okay? Like, do you need help? Excuse me?" Yeah, no, the question was why. You just want the polymer for yourself. Look, man, don't eat that stuff. Dip them in chocolate first? No. No. Oh, Rosoki, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Thank you so much. Good to see you in here. Every time I see your name now, I think of the mini you made and how much I love it. So, I must tell you, I still think about your mini and I love it dearly. Your chaplain? Ah, he's awesome. Please stop trying to ingest lead. Yeah, if we could stop that, that would be great. Are they going? When are they going live? What the heck? It's like less than 5 till, and the stream isn't up, unless it's on a different account that I'm unaware of. Yeah, it starts, but sometimes, if it starts at that time, they usually they had a waiting room up last time where it was like, they had a timer on for 10 minutes. So. Oh, Starman, thank you for the super chat. I don't know what you said, but, they probably shouldn't say it. I don't know. Are you going to a Darktide with the new? Is there a new Darktide update? I do want to play Darktide. We discussed doing community game nights and Darktide being one of the games to play. Oh, I haven't kept track of it. But yeah, I'm interested in playing Darktide eventually. I need a little more skill. It's like in an hour. Oh my gosh, did I screw up my time zones? Wait. Did I screw up my time zones? What time is Central Time? Central Time. I thought it was... No. Wait. Wait a second. Wait a second. Scroll, 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 scroll. Where is it? Yeah, I thought it was at 8 p.m. Central. What? Hang on. Am I just insane? I might be. It's quite possible. I am a VTuber. So I understand. Where? Donde? There it is. 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. CT. Isn't that Central Time? I guess the thing that she sent me is off because it was... So the thing that I was looking at is what Froggy sent me, which said... Oh, they opened the ballroom at that time. She lied to me. You lied to me. I'm gonna text her. You lied to me. And I'm gonna see what she says. Okay, so what I got from her was a picture of the event. And and it says from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. I'm assuming they open the room an hour in advance so that people can, like, get in there, but that doesn't make sense. In an hour? I can time zone. I can time zone so hard, guys. Now, okay, good. Y'all making me think I was crazy? She says it's now. Okay, do I have the... Now, the next question is do I have the right channel up? I thought I did. TS Coot, thank you so much for subscribing with Prime. I appreciate it, man. And same with you, Solo Winglam. I appreciate you being subscribed for 8 months now. You have less than 59 minutes before a stream starts. I don't know, man. It's at 7 p.m. PST. Okay. Thank you for the bits. Okay, I guess we're talking then. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I'm assuming what I was shown was that they open the room an hour in advance so everyone gets their seats. And then Mario Kart? No, we'll chat. I know people aren't here for the Mario Kart. People aren't here for the Mario Kart. We will just chat. We'll just chat. Did you guys tell me when I said it was like 30 minutes from now? And was I just not paying attention when I said? Sorry, I gotta go. It's late and today's been odd. No, it's okay, Darth Bill. You don't have to apologize. Make whatever part of the stream you can, and even if you can't make it live, it's totally cool. Watch VODs. VODs are always cool. So don't worry, you rest. Oh my goodness. So, yeah. Oh yeah, you guys did tell me. Oh well, okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll sit here. I'll drink my water. And we'll wait. We'll wait. I just don't want to play Mario Kart when I advertise like Adepticon stuff. Someone who pops in there like, I didn't come here to see this chick play Mario Kart. Let's talk the Warhammers. Ah, just another Merc. Thank you so much for the 2 months of support, man. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, just drinking my gamer sups. Discount code Aurelia. Do they still have that mecha waifu cup available? Let's see. Do they still have it? One second, I'm looking, I'm investigating. Yeah, they still have it available. Ooh. If any of you if any of you like the Mechanicus, Gamer Sups has a mecha waifu, so like a robot waifu cup out. And yeah. Ooh. Sorry. So it's a good deal because if you buy a tub, you get the cup for free. You could if you put down playing Mario Kart until Adepticon. Do we really want to watch me play Mario Kart? I don't mind yapping. I got words. I gotta get out. I already purchased mine with the code. Yes. Yes. It's gonna be great. How's the army painting coming? It's coming along really good. We're actually gonna try something different on Friday and doing some painting while we listen to Star Wars versus Warhammer 40k. I've always like felt weird just sitting and like listening to the content. I love it. It's fantastic. But in the past when I've worked on projects, I have something on in the background while I work on like my hands, work on something with my hands. So I hope that we're gonna test it to see if this goes well. If it doesn't, like, then we'll go back to just watching it without painting. But we'll see where it goes. Oh, Elliot, I'm so sorry. I did miss your super chat. I was distracted because I forgot about the time zones. Have you seen Burial Goods Warhammer readings? I feel so bad for Uriel Ventress and what he went through. He has it worse than any other Warhammer character. No, Elliot, I have not seen that. I've not seen any of those. Are those on... They're on YouTube somewhere, I'm assuming, right? If you go into the Discord server and you post the link in the video section, I'll take a peek. Because I am curious. I do like knowing all the lore. What's my flavor? Oh, I don't have a flavor for myself currently, but I'm drinking the flavor's called Good. It's like a glacier cherry. It's quite yummy. But I found I really like Anime Girl Thigh. It's like an orange creamsicle. It's absolutely delicious. Burial Grounds is so good. Oh no, PTSD triggered. Oh gosh. Okay, well I guess I will have to look at it. I'll write it down. I was originally gonna say like, oh, just send it, but it seems like we got several people that say it's good. I'll give it a look. Okay. I wrote it down. Also, when you do get your own cup, Anime Girl Thigh will make your armor cannon gold. Well, isn't Anime Girl Thigh like orange though? It's like, it's an orange though. It's a light orange. If I remember, or is it gold? I guess I have an extra cup here. We can make some. One second, I'm gonna stand up. I rearranged my room, so now my gamer steps is like right here. One sec. Ugh. Why did I grunt like an old man when I stood up? Goodness. There we go. All right, let's see. Let's see if it is gold. Orange creamsicle, I just might peep gamer subs. Look, this is like one of the best flavors I've ever had. It's so good. Are you aging? Aren't we all aging? Also, that's kind of rude. That's kind of rude, saying that to a woman. And in any case, my avatar is a turtle, so I don't really age. So I don't really age. Hey. Did we want Gamer Sups ASMR? Did we want that? Did we desire that thing? Because the last time I muted myself, you guys got mad at me. You're a VTuber, not a woman. Yeah. I don't know what to say to that. I don't know what to say with that. What the? I don't know what to say about that one, man. You know, just for that, you're not getting any Gamer Subs ASMR. There, it has been mixed, and it is orange. It's orange. Oh my gosh. She says they're starting. What? Hang on. Okay. She's seeing something else because she's in person. No, we're good. Yeah, no, I have their Twitch open too. I'm just confused. I think it's just because I'm talking to Froggy. I think that's the problem. I'm just talking to Froggy. She's looking at something else. Okay. What's up? Not much. Not much. We're just busy chatting away until the Twitch live stream starts, and then we get to watch the reveals. So it's gonna be about 50 minutes. I thought it was gonna start like 10 minutes ago, but I was wrong. I was wrong. It's fine. Adepticon live stream reveals. It'll be great. I'm looking forward to it. Look at him. What is this song? Oh, the song that I have in the background. I spoke to String Storm. They do a lot of like Warhammer songs and just cool music in general. and I commissioned them to make this background music for me. It's my starting soon music, and I just also use in the background. Yeah, the time difference. Yeah, so yeah, no, I goofed because I was sent the schedule by my friend who is at Adepticon. They opened the room an hour in advance, and I thought they started the stream then. But they don't start it until, 7 p.m. Eastern time? So, I'm like, oops. Welp. It's fine. It's fine. Wait, that video will give spoiler on some books? 15 Stealth, what do you mean by that? Thank you for the super chat, by the way. The video for that they're gonna show here? Cause I mean I don't care. I don't mind if I get spoilers on things. Your background music is uniquely yours. That's awesome. Yeah. And they did a really good job. I came in. I highly recommend you go, if you want to get something commissioned by them, you go talk to them, because he asked me what my budget was, and I gave him a number, and he said, oh my gosh, that's like way too much. We charge it like this rate. And it was about what I was told by friends, but I wasn't sure what he would charge, and he was so honest, and he was like, yeah, no, that's way too much. We'll charge you this much. And I was like, oh my gosh, great. So I ended up spending less than I thought I was going to, and he got it right the first time. I was like, this is what I want. I sent him my stuff, gave him the vibe, and he, boom. He's, yeah, we'll get back to you in a week. 3 days later, he gave me this, and I was like, this is perfect. I have no comments. It was incredible. Talk to whom? Stringstorm. Those are the guys that did my background music. I have them on my Twitch page. I have them in my credits section. It should link directly to their YouTube channel. Burial ground videos will spoil for a book. Oh, okay. That's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. I'll just read the book beforehand or something like that. Have you listened to Dream Clinic? They made an epic sanguineous meditation loop. No. Hang on. Dream Clinic. I'll have to investigate. I'll have to investigate this another time. Oh, man. Stretching popping my neck there. I get so stiff. Pardon me. I'm always tired. Doesn't matter what time of day I stream. I'm always sleepy. I'm always sleepy, but we're getting through it. I don't have caffeine so late anymore because I need to sleep better. We had to be safe. So what Adepticon reveal will get a GamerSup spit take? What will surprise me? I don't know. I'm just, because this is my first time doing this, I'm just interested to see what is out there and what there is to be that they're offering. So I'm excited to see good minis. They did a great job with the Eldar, and I really hope that they put a lot of their time and effort into making nice minis for Warhammer 40k. I think in some cases Warhammer Fantasy has been like really spoiled, and I'm so happy for the Warhammer Fantasy fans. I just hope like 40k can get a little bit more like spoiling. I suspect we'll see more Death Guard and Thousand Suns. Interesting. Their combat patrols got pulled as of recent. Really? Huh. That would be interesting, but they already did so many like upgrades for the Death Guard recently, didn't they? I thought they got that quite recently, huh? Anyone doing hobby nonsense while waiting? Oh man, I would. Normally I would, but I don't have my setup area ready. I've been rearranging my office since I'm upgrading a few things. I have another desk. My current desk was like really small, so I added an extra, not an extra desk, like a, no, it is kind of like another desk to my setup because everything was really cluttered. So I'm very unorganized right now. Normally I would have spent today finishing up organizing it before stream tomorrow, but you know, you can only do so much. Oh, Daquanies, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships on the YouTube side. Please make sure you say thank you if you just got gifted a membership.
Welcome to my army. Welcome to my army. I am your boss. I am your boss.
Thank you, my dude. It's been a while since I've seen you in here, if I'm correct. I'm making some Skaven. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, no, working on hobby stuff, that it doesn't have to be Warhammer 40k, it could be anything Warhammer related. I'm not gonna be like, no, you're not hobbying. How dare you paint something that's not Warhammer? Oh, were the sound redeems going off? Oh, yeah, that's right, they're for the gifted. Oops. I'll have to figure that one out. I wasn't paying attention. My bad. My bad. Yeah, what probably happened is yeah, okay, I know what happened. I'll fix that. Actually, I'll just probably turn that off right now for the stream. Let us see here. Okay. There we go, I have it turned off. Acquire of Aurelia's, yeah, my apologies. I didn't think about that. Maybe I'll find a shorter redeem for that. In any case, you guys have been asking me what I've been hoping, or what I think I will see. What are you guys thinking that we will see today for the reveals? What are we expecting? What are we hoping for? Do we have any that are like a shot in the dark that you're really hoping for? More guard, Alpha Legion, plushies. See, I wasn't expecting you to say plushies. That's very, very different from what I was thinking. There's yep, the Tyranid piece, okay. More guard regiment. A kill team of salamanders. Ooh. And pure strain gene seals. Oh, that would be neat. I'm not a huge fan of Tyranids, but that would be really interesting to see some gene stealers like that. More official plushies does sound nice. I just wasn't... That's not usually something I would think of for a reveal like this. It's more in keeping like it being miniatures and tabletop pieces versus standard merch. I know it won't happen, but I always hold out hope for anything concerning the Iron Warriors. Yeah, we got a lot of Iron Warriors that like hang out here, so I understand. Two hopes, Old World Beastmen, and kill teams. Okay. You think there will be Space Wolves? Okay. Hopefully the con will come soon. That'll be interesting. It seems like they're on a trend for bringing back all the Primarchs and... man, like... It's cool because I like the Primarchs as characters, but... I just don't feel like it's like the best fit for the setting. Oh, Diclonies, thank you for the super chat. Great night, I almost said reflesh, which makes me sound like I'm some sort of Night Lord. Great Gray Knight, refresh, please. That's what he said. He doesn't want reflesh. No refleshing. Don't reflesh people. That's bad. That's bad. Oh, 15 Stealth, thank you for the super chat as well. The Ultramarine series have 6 books, plus some short stories. Burial Grounds video spoils a lot. Oh, okay. Inside there is one of the darkest moments in 40K. Okay, I will have to do some reading in advance. I don't mind getting spoilers. Like, there's so many books out there. If I get spoiled on 1 or 2 things, it's not a huge deal. No more Primarchs, we don't need them. Yeah, I don't mind, like, Rabute and Lion, but it seems to be received really well, and that they'll keep doing it so they can make money off of selling minis, and they can revamp those legions. But I'm like, ah, man, I would just prefer they didn't, or if we got more information as to, like, what happened to them. Like, some of them just vanish, and you're like, where did they go? And that's it. I'm like, well, I would like to know where they went. That would be cool. I see Vulcan returning first. Yeah, that would be interesting if Vulcan came back first. I feel like Dorn or the Khan feels like it's like they're the next one to come. Yeah, the Primarch return should be rarer. Yeah, they shouldn't happen as frequently, but we will see. I like reading all your messages. I just sit there. I'm like, we got a lot of different talk about Primarchs here. What if we just got a model of Dorn's left hand? Yeah, they'll probably sell it for like $50. They'll probably sell it for $50 if they do that. Would you buy Dorn's left hand for $50? You're getting a Primarch mini at like the best price. Only $50, I know. I know. I even lowered the price a little bit. I was underestimating it. I'm just waiting for Dorn to come back with 2 hands so the Imperial Fist can be like, wait, whose hand is that? They're just like, oh my gosh, Dorn's hand. And it's some other guy's hand. They're like, huh? Dude, Dorn's hand, but real size. Oh, you're talking like a 1-to-1, not like a 1-to-7. Dude, that would be insanely large. I don't know why, but when we're talking about Dorn's hand and them selling the hand piece separately, I imagine, what is the hand from the Addams Family? I never watched the show Wednesday, but I imagine it's Dorn's hand is like that hand thing. That's what he's called. Just crawling around. That's Dorn. That's the mini. Dorn is just following around making hand gestures. Yes, it would be very gross. I agree, but that was just like the first thing I thought of. Haha. First thing I thought of. It's perfect. It's perfect. She said the thing, huh? Dorn is totally gonna get the Claw of the Emperor to replace his missing hand. Oh yeah, his claw is on the left hand. That is correct. I like that though. It does work very well. Now, did they actually plan that, or is it just sheer accident? Well, they have so many writers, I imagine it just kind of happened. There's a chance that they planned it, but I'm more inclined to say it just... they might not have been thinking about it. Because it's hard to get so many bits of lore right between, like, the number of writers that they have. I doubt they did it on purpose. So the Emperor is coming back in pieces to be assembled later as... No, it's just his weapon. So I think... Oh, I don't remember. There's a fourth one. It's his sword, his shield, the claw, and then there is one more. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. I'm not sure. But let's be honest, when? No. Sanguinius is not coming back. They can't do that. If they bring Sanguinius back, it basically voids the whole Horus Heresy and his entire sacrifice. Like, if he comes back, he shouldn't. He shouldn't, A. If he does, he better not be completely himself. It'll make me incredibly, like, I'm sad because the heart wants Sanguinius to come back, but the brain wants some consistency when it comes to lore. And I can't. Nope. So, yeah, no. Aurelia wants to keep the life insurance money. What is wrong with you, man? Bro. I don't need the money. I don't need that money. I could just sell pieces of my armor and we'd be fine. Holy cow. I want him to come back, but, like, I don't want him to come back that badly. Even if he comes back as Legion of the Damned Primarch. That's better. It's just not great. I just don't feel like he should. You lose the significance of him dying. So when does the armor sale start? Yeah, you know, it'll be when I get my new model, because I won't need my old armor anymore. Because we're upgrading the armor. I'm gonna look different. So you know what? We'll do that. We'll sell the armor then. Good plan. Good plan. The Emperor never had insurance for his children. But I mean, okay. I don't know if he would get life insurance because he is the one who's, like, funding all of their stuff. They're not funding him. It doesn't. It's only, like, one way. She was standing guard outside the Golden Throne too long. She needs her armor touched up. Yeah. You see, we gotta get a nice little refresh. Get some new armor. It'll look good. My model artist, she is cooking. She is cooking so hard. You guys are gonna go nuts. Gonna go absolutely nuts when I reveal it. Wait, are you really changing your armor? Yes. With my model, so my 2.0 upgrade, it'll happen sometime this year, I'm thinking. I will have different art. I'll look a little different, and my armor will be different. Yes, but it'll be for the best because the next model will have better facial tracking. My expressions are good for this model, but they'll be more improved. Cooking, you say? Yes. I dare say so, Diclonius. Thank you for the super chat. They are cooking. It is, they are cooking. It's gonna be great. What about the ears? What about the ears? What is your obsession with my ears? No, don't boop the ears. Dinofan, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Angerous Angel. Will it have the banana helmet? Maybe. Maybe. I'm not gonna say any more. I'm not gonna say any more. It's a secret. It's a secret until it is revealed, which is a very hard secret to keep. I will not lie. I have such a hard time with projects, especially when it comes to art or fun stuff for streams, because I get really excited and passionate. So this'll be interesting. I've been able to keep a secret so far. I get to show the art to some of my friends, and then I'm content. Are you gonna keep the same colors? I'll keep the same colors. It'll still be gold and purple. How about that? There you go. It'll still be gold and purple. Ooh, sorry for the yawn. I hope GW brings back the clone of Fulgrim to be playable for the Imperium. That would be awesome. I doubt they'll do that. They took him out back. They took him out back already. They're not bringing him back from behind the shed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They took him out back behind the shed. He's gone, man. I'm sorry about that. I hate to inform you. He's in the Disney vault. I mean, yes, I guess, in a way. Cooking stream when? Yeah, I guess we've done baking streams. We haven't done a cooking stream. I don't know. I'd have to figure out some logistics on that one. I don't even know what I'd make just yet. Aurelia just doesn't want us to have nice loyalist things like Fulgrim and Sanguinius. It's not that I think it would be interesting to have Fulgrim, clone Fulgrim. But do I realistically think they're gonna do it? No. Do I think GW is likely to bring Sanguinius back? They probably will, because they like money. But should they? No. So, yeah. Last I heard, Fulgrim is in Trazen's vault. Yeah. He's basically gone. There's no way you're getting him back. Would I buy the Sanguinius model? So if they did bring Sanguinius back, I'm buying the merch. I'm buying the merch, man. You can't keep me from that. I will buy the merch. I will be disappointed that he is returned, but I will be happy that there is merch. So if they came out with a new model, yes, I would buy the model. I would do all the things. And I would get all the merch. 100%. They took him to a farm upstate, yeah. Yep. They could bring him back in 30K. Well, they already have a 30K mini for him. And they could always release books in the 30K perspective. My issue is if they brought him back in 40K. That's where I draw the line. I love him, but we can't. Yeah, they do have one. Yeah, they're starting to redo all of those Primarch models, so I imagine there will be another Sanguinius one that is released. I just hope it's not coupled with a book and lore that well, I hope they just don't. I feel bad saying that, but yeah, I'm being honest. You asked me for my opinion, and I am being 100% honest. I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom before, because I've already had so much water. Huh? I don't know what you said. It's okay, Gone. I don't know what you said. You're good, bro. I don't know what you said, so you're fine. I apologize. Like, I don't know what, I didn't read whatever your message was that you said, so don't worry, dude. We're just hanging out here. We're having a good time. Oh. And I'm yawning. Classic me. But once they start revealing things, it'll be good. Let's see, what else do I think? Oh. Man, you're good. You're fine. You're right. As a VTuber, I am a creature. I don't even worry about it, my guy. No, I did not take it to heart. That was hilarious. That was funny. I was like, wait, what? Huh? No, we're good. Dude, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Do a push-up every time you yawn. Do you know how many times I'd be getting out of this chair? I'll do push-ups. I'm not opposed to doing push-ups, but like, it would really like, it would kill the vibe, because I'd be getting to do a push-up like every like 30 seconds to a minute. And that really breaks like the flow of consciousness and the stream. So that's gonna be a no for me, dog. Drop and give chat 20. Why would I do that? You should actually drop and give me 20. What do you think this is? You joined the Exilia, you're gonna have to do push-ups, you're gonna have to do squats, you're gonna have to do leg day. No, do your push-ups. Do them. Man, I love push-ups. Okay, do push-ups. I have done push-ups on stream. And you know I can do push-ups. I would, but I would not be able to get off the floor afterwards. That means you need to do more push-ups. It's my rest day. I'm sorry, we're in the Imperium, sir. In the Imperium, there are no rest days. You have to keep going. You have to keep fighting for the Emperor.
No.
No rest days. Rest days are illegal. I'm kidding. It's good to have a rest day. No, I 100%. I 100% understand. Take a rest day. Don't overdo it like I like to do. I overdo it all the time. Understood. Push-ups, even though we ruck today. Well, that Clonus, you're probably exempt. You can be exempt from it. Thank you for the super chat. Might have to change anniversary artwork to fit your new look model. Mr. Starman, you can do whatever you want. Thank you for the super chat. But you can do whatever you want. I'm not going to be upset if the art is in like my current state. Like I don't know when you plan to release this, but whenever you do the artwork, it doesn't matter what it looks like. I'm just happy that people took the time to get artwork made or to draw something. I'm really appreciative. I'm not going to be too picky on the details and say, oh my gosh, you got it wrong. No, I'm always flattered when people take the time to make art. So don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. Cause the new model probably won't get revealed until, I would love for it to be revealed in the summer, but realistically, the early, like, I guess if I'm being safe, it probably won't get revealed until the fall. Depends on a couple of factors. See, I overdo the rest days. Well, okay, that's an entirely different problem. Don't overdo the rest days. No! You did push-ups until you said you were exempt, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was just messing around. I'm sorry, my dude. Do 5 push-ups whenever I go to the bathroom. Okay, I can do that. I can do the push-ups. I'll probably do them here. I'll probably go to the bathroom in the next 5-ish minutes. Yeah. Wah. Lots of work still being done on the new model. Okay, so here's how it works. I wanted a particular artist to do the art for my new model, and she wasn't available until like March. So I booked her well in advance, and I was like, well, it's fine, I'll just wait. So she's finally working on the art now, because she's she makes really good stuff. So she finally started working on it, and once the art is done, then it'll get rigged, and that can take anywhere between like a month and a half to like 3 months, depending on the rigger. It can even take like 6 months. So yeah, artists are in high demand. Even in more high demand is good riggers. So once I get one locked in, it'll be easier to determine when I will be revealing the model. But I'm hoping to do it sometime this year, and it most likely will be in the fall. Alright, maybe I should just go to the bathroom right now. Okay. I'll be right back in a moment. I'll do my 5 push-ups, and then I'm gonna go to the bathroom, because I don't want to have to go during the stream. I think it would be better to not do that. How divisible is the labor of rigging? Oh gosh, I'm not an expert, but typically you could, it's usually better to have one person do it. You probably could have multiple people do things. Like if someone's like particularly good at hair, you could break it up that way. But typically one person does the rigging. It's like if I gave you, if I wanted you to draw a picture of me, you usually just go to one person and one person draws the picture. You don't have 5 people drawing the picture, typically. So that's what I would say. Yeah, and rigging it, yes, it also depends on how complex the art is and how many layers and toggles and add-ons. There's a lot of stuff. 5 push-ups, not 15 for the Emperor. Bro. Thank you for the super chat. We're just gonna do 5 push-ups. I'll do happy middle ground, 10 push-ups. 10 push-ups. Okay. Oh, now it pops up. I think they're live. Okay, they're live now. So when we get back, we will start. Okay. No, 10 push-ups. That's it. That's it. Why am I doing push-ups? Because why not? I told you guys to do push-ups. And you know what? I lead by example. I lead by example. Okay, I will be right back. Actually, we will... Hang on, I'm pulling it up on... over here. do. I'm actually gonna move you to the other screen. Okay, let me pull up the stream. Okay. We have it up. Oh, hang on. I'm toggling off all the musics. Okay. We'll adjust the volume as we go. I will be back. Okay? I will see you all shortly. I have returned. And I brought a snack. I'm ready. I'm waiting for us. Oh, I should probably put headphones on. How's the volume right now? Is it decent? Ba 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 ba. Okay, pulling out my snack. I've got cucumbers and this like garlic. It's got cream cheese, mayonnaise, garlic powder. What else is in it? I think a little bit of lemon pepper. It's yummy. My husband is a vampire, but he is not constrained by petty regular vampires. Mm-hmm. He's not limited like other vampires are. He's the best vampire, the most golden vampire, the most beautiful vampire. More beautiful than Edward Cullen. And he's not bad. I'm gonna turn off some of my alerts. One sec. The music is playing now from their stream. Yeah. The music is copyrighted, but it's whatever. I don't care. Because they're gonna play it in the background, so it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, I don't think he's like a mythological vampire. That'd be kind of a weird thing if the Emperor designed his sons and one of his sons had a weakness where like he was allergic to garlic. It's kind of weird. Yeah, so I keeping it full screen like this because I figure there's a good chance, because they did do some reveals right before this, that people in the chat might spoil them. So this is why we're looking at it on the live screen. We're not looking at the other chats, because we can't moderate that. Aurelia said no rules. I didn't say that. I like the rules. The GW side did it. They spoiled their own stuff. Holy cow. Incredible. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. 10 out of 10. That's so funny. What the heck, man? How did you mess your own stuff? Stop. Stop it. No spoilers. I will cut you. Not actually. In Minecraft. No spoilers. Stop that. Just be smart. We have Minecraft. I have Minecraft. I have Lore Master of Sotek. He's DMing me too. He was asking me if I saw, if I've seen anything yet. I'm like, no. I heard there are leaks though. Don't tell me. Oh wait, I saw a question I wanted to answer. One second, hang on. Question, if you and Sanguinius had a child, boy or girl, up to you, what would the child's name be? Oh gosh, I don't know, because the hard part is that Sanguinius doesn't have a last name, and in like most circumstances I would probably take his last name, but he doesn't have one, which makes it like, very interesting. I can't remember what I said, if I answered it before. I answered this before? Did I? Oh my gosh. What did I say? I forgot. I forgot. Oh, Adepticon is a Warhammer convention. I'm willing to be patient and wait to see what they reveal. I know I could go on the site right now and probably figure out what it is, but it's fine. Yeah, I'll just look at them later. What if he takes your last name? I mean, he could. I feel like that's kind of weird. It doesn't really flow nicely. Make my last name Sanguine Wife. like if you hear like Mickelson, Mickelson, stuff like that. It's funny. That'd be funny. Oh, are you saying Sanguinius' last name is the Great Angel? That's a title, not a last name. But it would make me Aurelia the Great Angel. See, that doesn't work, because I'm not an angel. I'm not an angel. I don't got the wings and stuff. Dude, I gotta stop eating. I'm supposed to have dinner, and I'm just gonna eat all of this. Dang it. But it's yummy. Some names in lexicons consider titles to be the last name. But, like, doesn't he have a lot of titles, though? Doesn't he have a lot of titles? So I don't know if that works the way you'd, like, want it to. Okay, one more cucumber. And then I'm gonna put this away. I'm an angel in Sanguinius's eyes. I like you. I like you. You're right, I am. They're so right. Correct. Promote him. You have been promoted. Congratulations. Gabriel Marnius Tempris. See, we talked about names, but I didn't say that would be my kid's name. Because it's not a bad name. I just don't know if I'd pick that. I wouldn't pick that. Alright. I cut myself off. I'm not having any more cucumber. Because I'm going to eat this whole dip. What are we the most excited to preview? I'm just excited to see what's going to happen. I've never watched any of these before. At least not reacted to it live. And I want to get more into the tabletop space. So, I don't know. Do we eat all of it? I need to have, like, some protein for my dinner. This doesn't have protein in it. So, as much as I'd like to, I should stop so then I can have some, like, chicken later. Now I want Dante to be my kid's name now. It's not a bad name. Yes, I know Dante is his last name. His first name is, Lewis. Lewis, I would say that Lewis is like a very, like, old person name. I apologize to anyone named Lewis. I haven't met anyone who is under the age of, like, 30 named Lewis. Like, I don't know any. They're all like old men that are named Lewis. It's not a bad name. It's just, I don't know. It gives me, it's an old man name.
Came back from the preview. I'm not spoiling anything, but we are eating good.
Did you guys hear Steve? I didn't hear Steve. Came back from the preview. I'm not spoiling anything. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm sorry, Katie and Lord. I'm not saying you are old. It just, how many people in.
Hello everyone. And
anyways, it's starting.
Preview show coming to you from Nottingham. My name's Nick. This is Alex. We're really excited to be with you this evening. We've got so much stuff to show.
They are quiet.
I'm incredibly excited. We've got stuff from Warhammer 40,000, Warhammer the Age of Sigmar, Kill Team,
there we go.
Oh, it's going to be great. That's all coming up very soon. Now, this weekend we are celebrating it, of course, as Adepticon over there in America, in Milwaukee. If you're there at the event, hello. You may have already seen some of the stuff we're about to show you already, but keep quiet for now. Great to have you here. But of course, there's folks all around the world. Please let us know in the chat where you are. And in fact, this evening, we're helped out.
Your mom's house, that's where I am.
You can ask us questions. We have Ed over in Question Corner. Ed, how are you doing? All right?
Good, thanks, Nick.
He's got a Steve plush.
If you've got any questions, do start with question right at the beginning, and it will help me filter out to try and see what everyone wants to ask.
Oh, man,
now, crucially, that is in the Twitch chat only. I know we're on YouTube as well, but if you're on Twitch, please put your questions in there. We'll try and get as many of those answers as we possibly can as the show goes on.
Let me know about the volume. Some of the guys
are quiet. So much to show you this evening. And in fact, we're going to give you a quick glimpse right now.
Ooh. I see Mechanicus. Things are moving too fast. I saw Tyranids.
That was very
Ooh.
exciting.
There's loads of cool stuff there.
You've seen us, you've seen the sizzle reel. It's now time to jump straight into the old world with the Wood Elf realms.
Here we go.
Yeah, so the Wood Elves are the defenders of
Ooh.
Athel Lauren. It's a highly elite
Oh,
force,
these look
lots of cavalry,
nice.
Lots of archers. You get a fantastic battalion.
I love
as
the
well
square
as their
bases on
Archangel,
these.
which contains all the lore background, regiments. We've got Orion in there. Loads of fantastic stuff.
Yeah, absolutely elite
Oh,
army
and
on the
the
tabletop.
deer
These
look
guys are superb at
beautiful.
shooting you off the table. Yeah, and Alex is absolutely right. What he says there. We've also got the hero here, the Ariloth Lord of Telson as well, who's coming alongside the Wood Elves. This guy was a coward in his youth, right?
Yes, he was a cowardly youth. However, having fallen from his horse and
Look at
found an
him.
elf goddess, as you do, he then regained his courage and eventually went on to slay Morga the Corruptor.
A superb Lord level hero for
That's
the Wood
very
Elf forces.
cool.
This guy carries his bird into battle. Scarin the Eye Thief there can be sent across the battlefield to peck the
You're
eyes out
right.
of your
These
enemies,
Wood
which is
Elves
great
should
fun.
be made
And of course, alongside the Arcane Journal. which
They're
is
made out
coming
of plastic.
for
They
the
should be
Wood
made
Elves,
out of
just like it
wood.
does for every other army. A 48-page
Man,
book dedicated to the Wood
missed
Elves with
opportunity.
background, rules, historical recreations. You can fight in there. New heroes. We got Orion, King of the Woods, returns, leading his wild hunt, one of the armies of infamy there, as well as magic items, new
His-
units which you can
his
take as well.
dogs, I like
converting
that.
From other units that exist. I tell you what, Alex, I'm super excited
really
about
like
the
his-
fact that
his,
beast packs
spear.
are returning to the Wood Elf realms. You'll be able to field units of Deepwood Hounds, Forest Cats, Sylvan Boars, and even a Bear of Lauren. So you can have a bear running around the Wood Elf army. That sounds great.
Brilliant.
So there we are.
You mentioned beasts there. But Wood Elves aren't the only things that are coming
course.
to the old world. We've got the Beastmen Brayherds returning. So likewise, they've got a fantastic battalion
Dude,
there.
that's so
full of everything
cool.
you could think of that's a gore or a gorgon.
Absolutely right. Yeah, the Beastmen, of course, the
Dude,
wild
the
force in
stone
Warhammer
and the
Old World.
detail.
Super powerful. Lots of cheap infantry running around all over the table, and some terrifying monsters as well. And there's a brand new
Incredible,
miniature
wow.
coming for them as well. We've seen this one before. This is Kralmore, Prophet of Ruin. Tell me about this guy. Who is
So
it?
the Beastmen love might makes right. However,
this
if you
guy-
are mystical, magical.
This creepy guy
you
in the
tend to be
stump is
given a bit of an easy
scary.
ride. They love that. Kralmore is a prophet. He can, see the future, which has allowed him to stay
He's a
one
little
step ahead of his enemies.
creepy,
And we mentioned
man.
Orion before. Orion is currently hunting him, however, has been unsuccessful.
He's a powerful level 4 wizard, and that leering spirit that he accompanies into battle can be placed on the battlefield to cast devolving magic at enemies from afar, which is
Leering.
quite good
He
fun.
is a
Now, it's worth pointing
golem-looking
out both the
goober.
Wood
I
Elves and the
agree.
Beastmen are
That
gonna
was my
have
first
the,
thought when I saw him.
huge ranges accompanying them. We've just shown you a selection here, so don't expect just this. There's loads more coming as well. And of course, we've got the Arcane Journal for the Beastmen Brayherds. Again, big book full
I'm not
of
a huge fan of
lore,
Beastmen, but those
full
are-
of great maps. You like a map,
Tho-
Alex, you
those
really
look kinda
do.
cool.
We've got historical recreations of Kralmore taking on some Empire of Men troopers, new units, new heroes in there, new magic. You can take a herd stone for your force as well. Look, if you're a Beastman fan, you want to get this book. That's great. Now, Alex,
Yeah.
people kind of knew that Wood Elves and Beastmen were on the way
Oh,
because
yes.
they were the last two forces that were going to happen. But there's one force that people might not be expecting, right?
Oh,
Let's take a look.
Grand Cathay is among the oldest civilizations in the world.
Oh, no way. Oh, please. I want to see some.
Under the watch of my father, Sen Yang, the Celestial Dragon Emperor, Grand Cathay stands as a bulwark of harmony against the forces of darkness. Now, as the hordes of chaos threaten to breach our sacred battlements,
I would
this
love to
haven
see
of
some
order prepares
Dragon
for war.
Knights.
Upon the walls of the Great Bastion are mustered countless soldiers, ingenious war machines, and other more esoteric defenders who stand ready, determined to hold back
Stop
the
teasing
tide.
me. I want to see.
Resolutely, I perform the duty bestowed on me by my
Yes.
divine father centuries ago. Through devout study of the twin powers of yin and yang, I master the elements and summon lightning from the heavens.
She's so cool.
Striking our foes and inspiring all those who fight beneath my banner. I am the master of the storm winds and the supreme matriarch of Nangao. I am Miao Ying. I am the storm dragon.
Please. Oh,
This
come on.
is Grand Cathay, our eternal empire.
Oh, dude. Oh. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Oh my gosh, that's
That is
so
amazing.
cool.
I have
Wow.
genuine goosebumps
Wow.
after watching that.
What a video. What a range. Let's talk about
Dude,
it.
oh my
so
gosh.
Grand Cathay is
I
here,
want-
marching into the old world. Alex,
Dude,
are
oh
Grand
my
Cathay?
gosh.
So Grand Cathay is one of the oldest
clay
civilizations in the world of
golems.
legend. They've stood as sort of an eternal bulwark
Oh
against the
my
evils of the world.
goodness.
It's a land of cities, farms,
The-
great
even the
mountains, and it's
horses
had
look
a
so
sort
good.
Of, internal stability and harmony. The other nations tend to be in a level of turmoil.
Dude,
because it's
those
ruled by
those
dragons,
lantern
namely the
baskets,
celestial
they're-
dragon emperor himself.
The balloons, those are gonna
And, as
break
you can
so
imagine, having an
easy.
immortal leader lends a bit of stability there.
That's what a great sort of idea and
Dude.
concept for a force, and it's a very different army to
Oh
anything
my
else you
gosh,
might see
they-
in
they
Warhammer
look
the Old
so
World.
good.
They are an elite army, heavily armed and heavily armored. Even the basic troops are super elite. There's a mixture of troops, cavalry, war engines, terrifying monsters. And we're going to go through a few of them now because the battalion box set, which we see here.
Yeah, I'm throwing money at
is
the screen too.
What
That's
a great scope of miniatures we've got in front of us.
Oh my
And
goodness.
First and foremost, let's talk about the infantry. Alex, the Jade Warriors. Who are they?
So the Jade Warriors are the well-equipped sort of core of a city's army. So they're known as the Jade Warriors because that stone is sort of sacred to the Dragon Emperor, and it's said to represent sort of the implacable nature of the Empire. They have pole arms, heavy armor, shields. They're formidable
my
in the
goodness.
attack, but defense is where their strength truly lies.
These are, you're absolutely right, and that's reflected in the rules as well. These guys have the rule defensive stance, where if they remain
Dude, they
stationary,
look
they can
so
re-roll ones
cool.
in the combat phase on their saves, which is cool. Really cool thing to point out in this box set as
They-
well.
they are
is that
decked
while you
out.
can
Just
build
the
every single
detail
model with
on
lots
the
of different variation,
shields.
one of the great varieties in the Jade Warriors that is every model you can choose a male or a female head as well. So you can have all your Jade Warriors can be female or male, up to you, which is really, really cool. But they're not just the only thing. They've got maybe the anvil of the army is the Jade Warriors, but let's talk about the Jade Lancers, the cavalry. These guys are
I
special.
love the
So
way
yeah,
the
Jade
armor
Warriors
on
are
the
shield,
horses
these
looks.
guys are the spear. They're the knights of the celestial host. They've been forged in battle and drawn from the most disciplined and skilled soldiers of the great cities. I mean, the wealthier cities can raise, multiple
look at-
regiments of these guys. but
Just,
most
I mean,
manage at least one.
Can I
On
see the
battlefield,
side of the
basically,
horses, please?
They are able to charge and annihilate the enemy. They specialize in sort of getting through the narrow passages and alleyways of the cities. to
Man, I can only
counter
see a little
They're
bit.
absolutely devastating.
Give me a
cavalry,
side
obviously. On the
shot.
charge, these guys can fight in an extra rank with their Cathayan Lancers, so
Mm.
that makes them super hitty. And also the
I'm a huge
Cathayan
fan of the
Cataphracts
color
rule,
scheme. I know it's
lets
not
this
really
unit
important,
follow
but
up
I'm a
in
huge
combat
fan of the
encounters,
way the color
charging
scheme
next
looks on
turn, so
these.
It's going to go straight through units and into the next one. They are absolutely devastating. But if you don't want to get too close to your opponent like the Jade Lancers do, maybe you want to fancy taking some of these artillery pieces as well. Check these out, man. What we
I
got?
love the
So all
dragon's
along the
head.
Great Bastion,
Oh,
you've
it's
got rocket
looks
launchers and
so
cannons,
neat.
all sizes. The rocket launchers, the Fire Rain rocket battery might be a little bit inaccurate, but they're incredibly deadly, launching explosives great distances. So this Fire Rain rocket battery is a
No, it
portable
totally does
version
remind
the
me of
machine. It's
Mulan.
crewed by disciples of the House of Smoke and Powder who specialize in the manufacturing of gunpowder. You'll notice gunpowder features very heavily with Grand Cathay. So many
Isn't for me, but it
cannon
looks
also
amazing. Yeah,
exist,
it's
but the
gorgeous.
foremost is the Cathayan Great Cannon. Many of these are forged in Nangao, and they've got that wonderful dragon head shaped on the front. And one of my favourite
Yeah.
things about this kit is that ogre loader.
It's just a great characterful piece, isn't it? Ogre Loader. It is actually an upgrade for the kit for the artillery piece in terms of the rules. He helps protect your artillery piece with gunpowder bombs. He can help the cannon move faster by lugging it along, and also it
neat.
can allow it to shoot once per game in one phase, which is pretty impressive. He loads it super fast. The Grand Cannon you see here,
Okay, that's
does
impressive.
such devastating damage, has thunderous impact on its shots, slowing down enemy units nearby where the shot landed. And the fire rain rocket battery can choose a multiple different types of ammunition, depending on whether it's going for big targets
that's cool,
or
that's
for
cool.
big units. It can do what it wants. My favourite detail here, I've got to point out on this picture, check out the guy at the back with the sort of bamboo rocket who's smoking a pipe right next to the rocket.
Yeah, he's...
What a hero. What a hero.
Yeah.
Love this stuff. But that's the models that we've seen in the battalion. But we've also got some other stuff as well. This is the Sky Lantern. Tell me about these.
It looks cool, but I imagine that's going to be a pain to transport.
Paper and silk and held aloft by a caged vermilion
Oh, look
warbird,
at the
which basically
barrels of the
burning
guns with the
wings
dragon head on the
forces all hot
side.
air
Oh
up
my
into it to give it
goodness.
lift. The crew then sit in an armoured gondola and they're able to direct it using those sails on the side. It's a wonder of Cathayan ingenuity. If you had the Derby up on one side and Grand Cathay on the other, you'd be hard-pressed to see who's the best engineers. Now, you can see in that gondola, you've got a Lord Magistrate or Strategist, and these are the commanders of cities and the institutions of Grand Cathay. And they tend to lead from the back, and they can guide from the Sky Lantern.
I
using
don't have
fans and
space for
bells.
another army.
This
I
is
don't
great.
have space for another army. I
magistrate
feel you, bro.
there is a hero choice for
I
the
feel you,
force,
bro.
And you can choose to mount him in a Sky Lantern if you want to. He can be on foot if you want to as well, or you can take your Sky Lantern without one of those inside if you want to as well.
mind
It's
me
a
just knocking
huge,
my
rare,
drinks
heavy
over.
chariot basically on a new base size, which is quite cool. And you
fun.
can equip the gunners on board with an array of gunpowder weapons and bombs, including the actual lantern itself has those huge Sky Lantern bombs underneath it, which are absolutely devastating. One of my favourite rules about this thing is the Eye of the Dragon rule, which lets Cathayan artillery use this model's line of sight, so the crew on board are directing the artillery fire for the rest of the force, which is fantastic. So
just one thing I want to note on this as well is the transfers.
Yes.
You'll have seen on all the banners.
Yeah,
the
you won't be able to
wonderful,
balance that unless your
intricate
board is
symbols,
perfectly flat.
and as
I
well
agree.
down
That's
the
going to be...
Sky
Ooh.
Lantern. Those are all transfers.
absolutely good. You don't have to be a level 4 brush sorcerer
Oh, good.
to,
Those
to complete that. So there we go.
I could not
Fantastic
paint
news
that.
for the Cathayan players. That's not the only centerpiece model we've got, of course. Up
And
next,
ignoring
we've
line
got
of sight.
The Cathayan
Ooh.
Sentinels. This is just, look at the size of this thing, Alex. Tell me more.
These are great animated statues, and if
I
legend is
wanna-
to be believed,
I wanna
they
paint
were
one of
built by
those.
the Dragon Emperor himself many thousands of years ago to combat chaos. Now, the terracotta sentinels are crafted from magically charged red earth, and they tend to be found along the Great Bastion itself.
I'd paint it
However,
gold as if it was a
sentinels can be found
statue in the
across
Imperial
Grand Cathay,
Palace.
anywhere. They're made of various stones, so like granite sentinels watch over Sky Pass in the Mountains of Morn, obsidian sentinels defend the border against the blood nagas of Koresh, and warpstone sentinels formed from clay infused with warpstone dust sort of watch over the desert roads in the
Interesting.
warpstone desert.
I'll tell you what's really
Yeah, I
cool
wanna
as well,
paint
depending
one
on which you
gold
go for
and
how
make
you
it
paint your
like-
miniature. They actually get different rules in the game as well.
Or
So
marble.
the
Yeah, marble and
terracotta
gold would be
sentinel,
awesome.
Can regenerate, while the granite sentinel might have a better armor save, and the warpstone sentinel
purely be for a
is going
display
to
piece at
sort
this
of
point.
really badly affects the nearby enemy troops, decreasing their toughness, which is really horrible. These things are huge, rare behemoths, and they are just great fun. And you definitely want to have one in your force. But let's have a look at another centerpiece model here, the Shigengan Lord on the Great Spirit Longmar.
So yeah, these guys tend to be the descendants of the Celestial Dragon, or dragon-blooded. They're natural sorcerers. They're just as skilled at wielding the elemental winds as they are with a blade. They're gifted with weapons and armor from the forges of Wei Jin, and they fight from the front. These guys
I
are
love
no
this
slouches in
mount.
combat.
Absolutely not, and they're basically warrior wizards. So these models can either be a hero or a lord choice, and depending on which one you go for, it could be a level 1 wizard or a level 2 wizard, and those can all be increased. So you could have a level 4 Shigengan Lord if you wanted to, all flying around in this beautifully sculpted Longmar flying beast. Just a wonderful sort of both warrior
Thank
and
you,
wizard
thank you.
general to lead your force, and a stunning centerpiece model too. But other choices for
The
your heroes
Sentinels tempt me
include
for
the
Mechanicus
Gatemaster
kit
of the
bashing. Ooh,
Celestial
that would be
Cities.
fun.
So these are the leaders of the Jade Warriors. They've earned their position through skill and experience, and they must have served for at least a decade. And they're the masters of defensive warfare.
At
and
least a
discipline.
decade. Wow.
Absolutely right. They're battle-hardened veteran leaders for your forces. Again, they could be heroes or or lords. You get 2 in the box, enough to make a fighters if you want to, including all the bits to make a battle standard bearer. And you can thank the Dragon Emperor for the fact that that is a transfer there, so you don't have to hand paint that yourself. These guys are wonderful leaders to have in your force to direct your models in play. Now, of course, alongside this, we are going to see the Grand Cathay Arcane Journal as well.
Indeed, so this has got the history of Grand Cathay, the Celestial Dragon Emperor, including lots of little bits of information that you might not know, such as that it was the Dragon Emperor who shared gunpowder with the Sky Titans and a long and storied friendship with Nehekara, until events that we will not mention. It's got the philosophy of Grand Cathay, the armies, the formation of the Great Warpstone Desert, the trade, exploration. There's a bit of a focus on the armies of Nangao here, and that's the anchor at the western end of the Great Bastion. It's also got a lot on the Fengshi sorcery, which sees the winds of magic split into two, yin and yang. Yang mages study control of the winds of magic, producing bright and vibrant spells, whilst yin is darker and more dangerous.
Both new magic laws, which you can take for your wizards inside the Arcane Journal as well.
This is nice. I
Arcane
don't know
Journal
too
is a
much
bit
about that
unusual.
lore.
It's not maybe like the other Arcane Journals we've seen, as it's more of a sort of standard army list. So much like you'd see in the Forces of Fantasy or the Ravening Hordes books, that every single model that's coming alongside will have their full rules in here, full special rules for the army, unique weapons, magic items, everything you need to field your Grand Cathay army in a game of Warhammer the Old World is in this book. So if you're going to collect an army, you need to get yourself a copy of this book as well.
Yes.
But that's not the only thing. We've got one more thing to show you from this army. Take a look at this.
Yeah.
Alex, who is this?
This is Miao Ying, the commander of the armies of the Great Bastion, ruler of Northern Cathay from her seat of power in Nangao.
The armor
So
throws
for
me
centuries,
off, but
she's
it's
fought against the
beautiful.
servants of the Dark Gods, hobgoblins, barbarians, you name it. She was assigned to her position by the Celestial Dragon himself, and is often considered the favourite amongst her siblings due to the power she wields and duties she bears.
She's
and
beautiful.
She's somewhat aware of it. She's forever dealing with the Lords of Nangao, because even when you are a dragon, politics and scheming never escape.
Now, right, I think Mao Ying's form is as a dragon, and sometimes she can transform herself into the human form to I guess, less terrify her troops as well. What's important as well, I mean, look at that beautiful miniature, isn't it? I think it's important to say as well, that model we've just seen, the dragon, Mao
is
Ying
very
here,
cool.
and all the models we've seen in this entire range are all plastic,
Indeed.
which is fantastic news.
You can probably add your own
it's gonna be
storm
much
clouds.
easier to make your miniatures. Mao Ying is a powerful wizard. She can transform herself from a dragon to a human whenever she wants to. And she's a supreme matriarch of the Nangao, and so she can promote warriors around her to be her celestial dragon guard.
It's like
making them
me.
better
It's like
as
when I
well.
promote
Just
you
a
guys.
Stunning centerpiece model.
Congratulations, you've been promoted.
That whole collection is just incredible.
The intricacy, the detail, it is beautiful.
Yeah,
I
there we go. That is
love the
Grand
way she
Cathay coming
looks.
soon for
Dude.
Warhammer the Old World. A very exciting release.
I couldn't do
yeah,
that
you
piece
guys
justice
weren't
at
sure if
all.
we're going to show you everything. We just have. So there we go. Exciting stuff. We've got a bit of time now to go over to Question Corner. Ed, what's the chat talking about at the moment?
Well, first off, I would like to shout out a few of the locations people talked about earlier. We've got people from all over the UK, loads of states being listed across the US and Canada.
I'm sorry, he's really
Paris,
quiet.
Australia, Norway, all over the world. It's fantastic. I do have some old world related questions that I've got to though. How much of the release is in resin? Is a big one that we're being asked.
Well, everything we've just seen is plastic.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay.
And that's it. If there's other models coming in the future that we haven't seen, we don't know about at the moment, we don't know. But everything we've just seen is entirely plastic.
That's
Multi-part
good.
miniatures, loads of different options you can put on your miniatures. So there we go. How cool is that, right? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, better than
Next
the
up,
resin.
Are those terracotta models the biggest models in Old World?
Oh.
I don't know.
They might
They
be.
might be.
The Sky Lantern is huge.
Yeah, the Sky Lantern sounds really tall.
Because
That ties
it's
in-
on a brand new base as well, and then on a flying stand, and then that balloon on top of it. So at least
Yeah, I was going to say
height-wise,
the
I think
lanterns
Sky
are
Lantern
really
takes it.
large,
Well,
but
in fact, this answers my next question, which was, is the Sky Lantern attached to its base purely from the plastic parts? No, it's got the flying stand. Okay, final
Okay.
question then. Who are
Flying
Cathay's
stand.
biggest rivals in the Old World?
Ooh, they don't have a rival.
not yet.
Arguably, they're amongst the oldest and most powerful kingdoms in the old world.
But they particularly hate the forces of chaos.
Oh,
right?
they absolutely loathe chaos.
Okay. So if you wanted to have if there was a rival, if there was someone that stood up anywhere near to the forces of Cathay, it would be Boris.
More for the
Okay,
pile
great.
of shame.
All
Look,
right,
it's
cool.
fine.
Anything else, Ed? Any more? on
We'll
the
all suffer
chat for now?
together.
Lots of questions I think might get answered later on as we go on. Actually.
Fair enough. In that case, we'll move on to the next segment of our show, and it's time to move on from the old world and take a look at what's going on in Kill Team.
Is that Mechanicus? I think it is. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Also Tyranids, too. Oh. Oh.
Here we go. Kill Team Typhon is the next release coming for Kill Team, and it's extremely exciting. We have got a big box here full of loads of miniatures and the much asked for, much waited for Tyranid specific Kill Team is here in the form of the Raveners. First of all, before we go any further, very quickly, Alex, where is Typhon set and who are the combatants?
So we are still on Vulcus. We're in High Basilicus. The Great Gun has fired, and when it does fire, the backdraft sort of levels everything around it. One of the things that sometimes happens is that sinkholes open up, and when they do, that allows access below the Great Gun. And so what happens is the Adeptus Mechanicus send out these teams of sacrificial servitors to go and find some of the archaeological bits that are hidden down there. But when they've done so, they've awoken some Raveners.
Oh dear, you don't want to wake Raveners. That's the worst thing to do. Because in this box we have the new Raveners Kill Team. 5 miniatures in the Ravenous Kill Team.
Dude, they're
also noticed there are some Hormagaunts in the background here too, but we'll talk about the Hormagaunts in just a second. But the Ravenous Kill Team is 5 models.
I'm not a Nid girl, but like
quite different versions here. You could make
these
them
are
onto Ravener Warriors
cool.
if you wanted to, as you see in 40k. But you can also make a Prime, as much as other things we're going to go over in a second. Alex, Raveners are powerful and terrifying, right?
Indeed, they're powerful,
Dude, look
live,
at
driven by an
them.
all-consuming hunger. Reports say that
What that
sometimes
tongue
they
do?
can be deposited on a planet,
What that
get burrowed
tongue
through rock,
do?
wheat, armor, flesh. all
They're
with the same
hideous. I
level of
love
ease,
them.
and they can
Right?
basically hang out for
Right?
years, if not decades. That seems to be what's happened here on Vulcus. As you mentioned, these can be built into several different sub-varieties. So you've got the Prime, who's a nodal hub for the brood and coordinates the rest of them. The Feltalon, with claws that pump toxins that can then be tracked. The Venom Spitter that, as you can probably guess,
that's cool.
spits venom.
Makes sense, yeah.
The Wrecker, which is a heavily muscled, armoured version.
Wait,
which
was
can
he
break through into
mewing?
bunkers. My favourite.
It looked like he was
Tremor.
mewing
It's got
there for a
hypersensory
second.
Array to detect vibrations and chemical signatures like fear. And as you said, the rest can be warriors.
Now, if you've ever played Space Marine 2, you'll have come across the Raveners.
wait,
in
look
there,
for
and
the
they
guy,
burrow
big
through the
brain
ground,
dude.
and that's just so difficult to deal with. And that comes through in Kill Team as well. They actually have a rule where you draw a tunnel as the game continues, and your warriors and your Raveners can just pop in or pop out of that tunnel as the game continues, really confusing your foes. If I tell
looks like
Kill
he has
Team
a
players
lip
these guys have an
in the
APL
middle
of
of
3
his little white
apiece,
face.
that makes them super good, and they can all fight twice in an activation, which is terrifying.
Venom
too.
Spitter makes sense. You gotta have good
absolutely
lips.
Monstrous foes. Only I think 5 models is one of the smallest kill teams, but they are tough. They are real big and tough. Lots of wounds, lots of APL. Be terrified. Maybe not quite as terrifying, but pretty cool as well. The Battle Clade coming alongside them in the box set. These are an
Yeah?
Adeptus Mechanicus kill team, and someone in the chat
Dude.
earlier on said, "I'd give my soul
Froggy
for
is
an
gonna
Adeptus
want
Mechanicus
these
kill
so
team."
bad.
We're going to send Slanesh knocking on your door anytime soon. But Alex, tell us about these guys.
So these are led by techno-archaeologists who specialise in hunting down arcana and exotic resources. Alongside them, they've got the Servitor Underseers, that guy that seems to be floating there. Basically, these guys specialise in reprogramming and controlling servitors, translating the
Dude,
mission
that's
into
cool.
complex
I do have a
subroutines
question.
suitable for their charges, but they can be a bit enthusiastic about the acquisition of more servitors. So if you do happen to have one of these guys float by, be careful they don't steal them. So alongside them, you've got a whole host of various servitors.
For
You
the
can have double
servitors,
servitors,
why
the
do they
servo
have
stabilizers,
a,
and even techno-medics, which is a rare willingness
Why
to
do they have
feel
a
the
crotch
fleshy parts of
guard?
servitors,
Because if they're pretty
you're on
much
a mission far from the forge,
brainless for the most part,
sometimes needs must.
they
Needs must,
wouldn't
right? Absolutely
need a
right.
guard there
What's
because
quite
they
cool on
wouldn't
tabletop, these
necessarily. They
guys
might
have a rule
feel
called
the
the
pain, but I don't think it would
network,
hinder
where they
them.
can transfer power from one server to another. One maybe shuts down and transferring as an APL over to another one, which is really good fun.
Yes, I
Different
guess you're
services
right.
applicable.
Arteries.
You've got the breacher servitors, you can knock holes through walls, and the gun servitors and combat servitors carry a huge array of exotic weaponry,
look at his
including
arm.
a heavy arc rifle, incendiing igniters, and phosphor blasters.
It looks
which
like he
all
has like a
sound
flamer on his
terrifying.
arm.
Great fun. Now, coming alongside those 2 kill teams in the box is the Dossier, of course, which is where you would find the full rules for both the kill teams, but also has really loads of extra stuff in there as well. You see all the tokens and things, the cards that come in the box. Inside the dossier, you'll
I do
find
not like what
the
that
joint
mouth
ops
do.
and adversary ops mission packs in here as well. The joint ops is really good fun. That's where the Hormigants and the Rippers that you get in the box that come into play as well, because there is a tree campaign for playing through the narrative of the Tyranid invasion on High Basilicus, and the Hormigants are your NPO, non-player operatives that you get in there with full data cards and rules for using those to fight against with your friends, which is quite good fun. But also in the box, people have noticed, we showed off on Warhammer Community a little while ago, the Tyranid infestation terrain kill zone upgrades.
So I saw the terrain.
You get spore chimneys, capillary towers, gestation sacks, shard spewer growths, underbrood mounds, capillary roots, spore vents, and brood nests. There's a lot. Chimneys and vents pump out spores. Capillary towers act as conduits, so when the Hive fleet arrives, that's where they're basically going to get all the biomatter up from. And gestation sacks, well, you can probably guess.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It's such great terrain and a really nice way of really adding a lot of flavour to your kill zone. And in standard games, they provide light cover or heavy cover, as you might expect. But actually, in the joint op missions, they're also used as objective markers for you to investigate or destroy, or spawn points for Tyranid reinforcements to come out of, which is terrifying as well. It's just a beautiful set of terrain, and it's really nice to see some sort of classic Tyranid terrain from yesteryear made into a plastic set for your battlefield as well.
Yes, it is from High Fleet Typhon. That is correct.
So there we go. That is Kill Team Typhon coming very soon. Got a little bit of time for some questions again from the chat. Ed, anything else we want to fire our way?
Well, obviously, the big one is for both kill teams, are we going to see rules for them in 40k?
So right now, of course, we do have rules for Raveners in the Tyranid Codex already, which you can use these models to represent. Are we going to see full rules for both kill teams in their entirety? Well,
okay,
we're not sure yet, but keep your eyes on Warhammer Community, and there may well be more news coming on those soon. Yeah, watch Warhammer Community for that one, I reckon. Anything else, Ed?
Yeah, we're getting a lot of questions about the Imperial Knights Codex and Chaos Knights Codex. Just keep watching. Obviously, when we get to 40k, we'll cover those. Is this part of a High Fleet Typhon offensive in the lore?
Oh.
Ooh, so
offensive in the lore for
Typhon. The Raveners could be deposited on a planet well ahead of the Hive Fleet and can stay there for years, if not decades. So it could be a precursor to an invasion, but it also might have been, a little offshoot. So we don't yet know.
Fingers crossed it's not a full invasion there, right? For the sake of the Imperium.
Fingers crossed it is a full invasion.
on your side, sir.
No full invasions. Wrong, false.
Yeah, final thing about just, obviously, we've not had Raveners for quite some time. In terms of build options, are we able to see just, a full unit of normal Raveners? Is there an ability to build multiple of each one? Basically, what we're going to do with that kit.
So basically, the kit you can build, you could build all 5 Raveners as a Ravener Warrior, which is essentially the Ravener you can see in a sort of Ravener squad in a Warhammer 40,000 game. There's also full rules for Ravener Warriors in Kill Team 2, so if you wanted to build 5 Ravener Warriors, you could use that as your kill team, no probs at all. As for the other options, you get enough bits to build 1 of each, so 1 Prime, 1 Wrecker.
So you're still limited on what you can make unless you want to make your whole
1 of each
kit,
of the other ones you
do
can
that.
build there as well, so not multiples of those.
Okay.
All right.
That's everything for now.
Excellent. In that case, it's time to move on now. What we got next?
Indeed, we're heading to the Mortal Realms.
There we go.
Fight action-packed battles in Shaiish, the Realm of Death, with the new Warhammer Age of Sigmar Spearhead gaming pack, Sand and Bone. Lead your forces to victory in fun, fast-paced games using streamlined rules. Each Spearhead box contains all the miniatures you need to take command of a balanced and thematic army, with rules and updates available to download for free online. Obliterate your foes from a distance, impose a grisly tithe on them, devour them whole through gluttony, or shred them with cold-blooded savagery. The choice is yours with 4 new Spearheads. March forth into the Realm of Death and prepare for battle with Spearhead, Sand and Bone.
Ooh, very exciting. So this is Spearhead, Sand and Bone. This is basically the new expansion for Spearhead with a whole load of new and exciting
Interesting.
additions.
I didn't know this sort of thing
Fighting 2
existed.
areas of the Realm of Death. Double death.
You love this, don't you?
Yes. So you've got Ossia and Delorum. Basically, you've got 2 sides of that board with a whole new set of scenery. Now, I notice here we've got the Necropolis, Blood, Delusion, Grief and Night, the 5 Mortarchs that we know of, and they basically reflect sites of ancient power, dread temples to those Mortarchs. but they're not set out in the same way that we've seen before.
No, you're right. There's a nice little variation.
Yeah, it does look like a combat patrol. I agree.
As well, to give you really good variation on your games, depending on which realm you fight in. You'll also notice that on this board in front of us, the green one here, you've got one huge objective in the middle with the other 4 smaller ones around it, which makes that central one super important and exciting to play over. And if you look on the top left of the purple board there, that one's only got 4 objectives on it, but 2 of them are super close in the center of the board. So there's going to be a big old scrap there as well. Both boards really sort of want you to get into the action and fight, which is
I've never
great
heard
fun.
of spearheads, so this seems interesting
as well. And we've got some new terrain features here as well. This is the new mystical terrain that's being added in, which can either be set up on the board at the start of the game or maybe brought in through one of the twists in the game as well. We've got the Crypt of Blood, where your fighters can take an unholy draft and try and best their foes at combat, but at what cost? And the Icon of New Lamia, which is the statue there, which you can sort of call upon the veiled promises of the icon.
It looks like a big blood clot. It looks kind of nasty.
Bit of a big risk there, but it's nice to see cool options in here as well as the new updated battle tactics and commands and twists and everything to really make you feel like you're playing in the realm of death. So it's a very different experience to Spearhead as it is right now. Great fun and definitely one to get your hands on. But alongside this box set, we've also got some new spearheads coming as well.
I was talking about spearheads that they're similar to the combat patrol boxes.
Basically, you're going to have your hunter in the
terms
center
of what
with
minis
a bunch
are
of
there.
knob
That's
bars
what I was
around,
meaning.
as well as those 8 iron guts. Now, they pack an absolute punch, don't they?
They really do. They really do. They're terrifying. Don't get anywhere near them. But yeah, a really hitty spearhead, that one there. We've also got the Seraphon Sunblood Prowlers as well. For the Seraphon fans, who are these guys?
Indeed. So these basically have the Hunters of Huanchi. They're able to scoot forward. And then you've got that big block of Saurus warriors, all led by that Sunblood pack.
Yeah, terrifying in combat. The
Dude,
Hunters
I love the
definitely
colours
great
on
for
these.
nipping around and grabbing your battle tactics. But if you don't fancy being quite so mobile, you could instead go for the Cities of Sigmar Fusel Platoon and just shoot people off the table with all your guns and your crossbows.
Indeed, they're a mobile gunnery brigade.
I love a good shotgun like this.
And then you've got those 2 units of Free-Guild Fusiliers that basically form an impenetrable line of
and doggies.
They're even better. They get better on their saves if they remain stationary. But of course, you won't score many battle tactics by doing that. But I tell you what, if you want to go for a smaller, more elite force, take a look at the Ossiarch Bone Reapers Mortizan Elite. It's just 9 models, but what 9 models they are.
Oh yeah, when we talk about
beautiful
the Ossiarch, we're usually thinking about rank after rank of formidable troops, but the Mortisans of the Order of Ossifactors will assemble these kind of cohorts when they want to improve their bone-shaping skills in
I
battle.
really like the way these look.
Yeah, there's not a model there that hasn't got at least health 4, and most of them have a 3+ save as well. So these guys are tough. There's not many of them, so good luck trying to score your battle tactics with those guys, because you're going to have to really think about how you do it. As a tactician might have to with the Ossiarch Bone Reapers.
Now, that's not all there is for the Age of Sigmar. We've got the Scourge of Gairan. Now, this is an exciting new seasonal event building up to the launch of the General's Handbook in summer. Now, on the run-up to that release, there's going to be daily articles on Warhammer Community with short stories in video form, along with new rules updates. These could be regiments of renown, battle formations, enhancement, but every faction is getting at least one updated War Scroll card for an existing unit.
That's right, and they're going to be match play legal from the release of the new General's Handbook, which is going to be the climax of the Scourge of Gairan season. We see that new General's Handbook arrive. It's that time of year. Here it is, and the difference here with the General's Handbook this time round is rather than just being a book, it's actually a complete box inside which is your 72-page book. You've got your battle plan and battle tactics cards. There's manifestation and War Scroll cards as well. We've got the 6 objective markers in there too. It's a complete product for the Warhammer Age of Sigmar General, which you want to get your hands on. Tell me where we are for this season.
So this is War in the Jade Realm. Gairan is sometimes considered sort of a place of abundance, with Hammerhall Gyra being the breadbasket of Sigmar's domain. However, the realm of life is rife with disease, hellish mires, mercurial forest spirits, monstrous insects, rapidly changing seasons. Nowhere is safe.
That sounds awful. Sounds like a perfect place to have your battles of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Now, in terms of how the rules are going to change for this season, well, we're not going to tell you too much right now. In fact, we're going to ask you to just go back to the Warhammer Community website. In the future, there'll be some hints here and there and some build-up over the Scourge of Gairan to find out what's in the General's Handbook. Keep your eyes on the Warhammer Community website and definitely sign up to that newsletter as well.
I wish I could have more contribute to this. I just don't.
From the chat, Ed, what are folks saying out there in the world of Chatland?
Okay, I've combined a couple into one here, which is Fire and Jade still going to be supported, and will old Spearhead boxes still be allowed to play in the new Spearhead
Oh,
rules?
I'm sorry, he's so
100%
quiet.
yes to both. So Fire and Jade is absolutely going to still be available. You can download the rules for free on Warhammer Community already. You can get the rules in the Ultimate Starter Set as well for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Will your old Spearhead still be usable? Yep, absolutely no problem at all. It's an expansion to the game. It's not a replacement, so you can use whatever you like to in the game. So just there's more ways to play Spearhead, which is great fun for all.
We've got another great question. One of our viewers has noticed that the Seraphon are led by a unit rather than a single character. How does that work?
Ooh, indeed, do you want to take this one again?
Yeah, okay, so yes, you're right. Some of the we've seen some of the spearheads being led by units. We saw it first with the Gloomspike Gits. We're being led by that Snarl boss on his Snarl Fang. We've also now got the Sunblood pack leading the Seraphon, and the Man Trappers leading the Ogres as well. Some of them work in a different way. So the Ogres sort of is a hunter with a few tokens around him, with the little models representing tokens and things to put down. Whereas the Sunblood pack, the Saurus, are actually 3 different models. Now, they actually only have 3 health apiece, so together they make up a 9 health unit, but they're still pretty tough. Interesting, that's how they work.
Huh?
It's actually really nice to see. I'm a big Warhammer Underworlds fan, and it's really nice to see some of the Warhammer Underworlds warbands being brought out and used in Warhammer Age of Sigmar in different ways as well. So it's just really positive. Cool. Okay. Anything else?
We've got a lot of 40k questions still coming through.
Oh well,
Next section.
maybe we'll
Come
go on to
on.
some 4K later on. But before we do, there's more stuff coming in the future for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. So let's take a look ahead at what's coming in the future.
So, coming now, we've got the Soulblight Gravelords, followed on by that Spearhead expansion, Sand and Bone, and then the General's Handbook.
Taking a look a bit further forwards into the future, we have the Adepticon and Nighthaunt are going to be up very soon, with the Blades of Khorne and the Kaldron Overlords floating our way as well.
And then looking even further into the future, ooh, I wonder what that could be.
Wing.
That could be one of. I got at least 3 things in my
sorry.
mind. But I tell you what, guys, if you're out there, if you've got an idea of what that could be, let us know in the chat, and we'll see what you think. That's a good one, actually.
I have no idea what it could be.
It could definitely be. Right, with that done, it's time to take a move forwards into the 41st millennium. And boy, have we got a lot of things to show you for Warhammer 40,000. Let's start off then with the chapter approved deck. It's that season. We've seen the General's Handbook already. It's time for the chapter approved deck 2025 to 2026. Now, this season, we're going to see this new deck, which functionally works the same as the current chapter approved deck, but with updates to missions, objectives, and formatting. So, going to be really good for players to get hold of. Crucially here, it actually includes missions specifically written for incursion games, which are 1,000-point games with unique deployment and updated muster rules for smaller games. For example, it's a rule of 2 for 1,000-point games with up to 4 battle lines instead. That's going to be quite fun. We can also see on the screen something called Asymmetric War as well, another new format which we've introduced for the chapter approved deck, where attacker and defender have different deployment zones and different aims within the game. So it's a much more unpredictable experience, and it's designed for 2,000 points and above.
It seems interesting, but just
instead of secret missions this time round, we've got challenger cards in the chapter approved deck. A challenger is a player trading by at least 6 victory points who can choose a challenger card or draw one, and these new cards provide a stratagem and a mission. Players can choose to complete or use the stratagem, but not both. So similar mechanic to Spearhead if you guys have ever played that before. So nice little way of getting that player back
that'll be
into the
interesting.
game. And crucially here, this deck is designed to have lots of different ways to play 40,000 match play, to give you real replayability in your games and to make your games much more.
It does look like those are
exciting and
Crimson
fun to play
Fists
them.
on the box.
Lots of you don't keep having repeat missions, which is really, really cool.
I agree.
So there we go. That's the chapter approved deck. Coming real soon. Make sure you get your hands on one of those when it drops.
However, that's not all that's coming for Warhammer 40,000.
There's so much coming.
We've also got the World Eaters.
Here we go.
So they're coming with the Gorestorm Slaughterpack Battle Force, including a whole host of 8-bound Jackals, as well as the Slaughterbound, that brand new hero. So this guy, where 8-bound has sort of 8 demons trapped within him, is basically taken on a bloodthirster.
That's a scary dude.
Strength. Along with them, they've got their brand new codex. And within that is obviously going to be all of your rules and background for the 12th Legion, the Starthrax, all the warbands and characters.
I have questions about this arm, but I don't need to ask him.
You're absolutely right. We've got
It's
a
fine.
Slaughterbound. This is the new hero who's going to be coming into play for the World Eaters. A monstrous hero who can lead
He is-
8-bound or
he is
exalted 8-bound
built,
into
man.
battle, and is so angry,
Built
Alex,
like a
that
brick.
he rages at them and returns slain models to life, which is
So
terrifying.
angry he can't die.
So you're absolutely right. The Codex is coming as well, of course.
I have
including
questions about
5
how his
new
arm
detachments.
axe
You
works.
can include Cornate
It
demons
doesn't look
in your
very
army, much like
effective,
the
if I'm
Emperor's
being
Children. You can
perfectly
include Slaneshi
honest.
demons in the army.
But I might
and one
be
of the
a little too
detachments
critical.
is the Corn Demonkin, where you can use an enhancement to have a Lord on a Juggernaut leading Blood Crushers and Fleshhounds as a unit, which is just great fun. And there we get, you know what? Talking of Cornate demons.
It's magic.
Well,
Korn
we've got a
hates
little
magic.
something to say, and it's over to Ed in Apology Corner.
Korn hates magic, my dude.
So Karanak should be in the Codex Demons Index. He's not, and we know that everyone wants it, so have no fear. He will be back when the World Eaters Codex comes out. Be both in that and also in an updated index at the same time.
There we go. Good news for all you Corn Demon fans. Our apologies, guys. We're going to fix that mistake when that book drops. So thanks for that patience on that one. But right, keeping on the Chaos theme, what else is coming?
Indeed, we're going to see the Death Guard. So the Death Guard, likewise, have the Pox-wrought Vector
Okay,
Battle Force,
more
the
Death
Fetid
Guard
White Drone,
stuff.
Lord of Poxes,
What are they
Plague Burst
giving us?
Crawler, Blight Lord Terminators, Plague Marines, a whole host of disease-ridden bodies, along with the Lord of Poxes. So these are the masters of airborne contagion, constantly pumping out a foul, fetid smog with that miasmic turbine on his back, and it acts to both screen their advance and as a weapon.
Yeah, it's horrible, that thing on his back as well. He basically doesn't let enemies too far away from him see him at all. That gigantic sword on his back is a great
he's got a
plague
big
blade.
sword.
And let me tell you, when I tell you it's one of the most powerful
big
combat
old bug
weapons in
eyes.
40k. It's great. Again, the Codex includes lots of detachments. We can have Nurgle demons in the book. 6 detachments in there, including one that's very demons heavy, and one that lets you have an unending horde of Poxwalkers, just as you'd hope to see, which is cool. And you know what? Let's round off the unholy triumvirate of chaos. We've got the Thousand Suns.
Yes. So they've also got the Warp Flame Thrallband Battle Force with a bunch of sorcerers, Scarab
Who
Occult
are those
Terminators,
guys?
Rubric Amines,
I have not
Rubric
seen those
Marines,
before.
And you can see there at the front those Sector robots. So these are mechanical constructs with features of ancient prospering spirits or tutelary demonic servants. They're saturated in sorcerous power.
I've
runes of
never seen this
misdirection and
before. What the
illusion.
heck?
One of their key features are their psychically controlled bodyguards.
Interesting,
They're threaded through with spells of prophecy, so they can essentially foresee attacks on their master. Able
It
to
gives me
jump in the way of
Tau.
bullets or
I don't
move
know
them
if
out
I
of the way.
like this.
You're able to foresee where the enemy's going to be as well, which allows this unit to use the Overwatch stratagem for free, which is terrifying, especially when they can be armed with heavy warp flamers, as well as missile racks and melter guns. These things are terrifying.
They need to go to
They
leg
actually
day.
count
They
as
need
vehicles as
they
well,
got
which is
little
cool because
spindly
one of the
legs.
detachments in the Thousand Sun book lets you take loads of vehicles, so you can have a robot heavy force if you want to.
I like the
Great
paint
fun.
job.
Of course, the Zinch demons are in the Codex as well, as you'd
at those
expect from these
skinny
books at this
little
point.
legs.
And in the Crusade section, you can plot and scheme with the great cult in Crusade as well. And talking of the codexes,
I'm not saying it's
we've seen
bad because
already
it
the
looks like
Emperor's
Tau.
Children
I'm just saying
having
it
that
reminds me of the
absolutely
Tau.
beautiful limited edition codex. And you know what? We're doing the
It
same
just doesn't.
with the 3
I don't know.
others
To me,
we're
it doesn't
releasing as well.
fit.
Of
But
course, on
I'm
screen
not
you see the
familiar with
World Eaters,
Thousand
we've got the
Suns,
Death
so I
Guard
could
and
be
Thousand Suns
speaking
coming too.
heresy.
These books, Alex, are absolutely incredible, aren't they?
Oh yes, these are absolutely chocked full of cool little bits of memorabilia, that limited edition codex. However, they look cool on screen.
Yeah,
They do,
like
but
Tau
in
meets
person,
Necrons. It just doesn't feel like
physically,
it
they're much better.
fits.
Right.
And Ed, you've managed to get your hands on them, haven't you?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna gone 2 a.m. The studio was not occupied, so I went in. I thought I'd nick them. So we've got this beautiful
Ooh,
slipcase.
okay,
that comes
that's
apart,
kinda-
nice.
They're
almost
getting me
full
with
cover.
the
Got 3
books.
parts to each book. We've got the codex itself with gilt-edged gold pages, some really nice artwork in each piece as well.
That's why you're paying
So
a lot of
every
money.
book's gonna
Gilt
come with
edge gold
5
pages.
pieces of relevant themed artwork for your god. Those are gorgeous. I've had a cheeky look at them myself. And then we obviously have a large slipcase with gilt-edged data cards, stratagems. We've got our metal tokens for objective markers. And finally, there's
Fancy.
this really nice
That's gonna
solid
cost a lot,
metal
yeah.
medallion that we can make.
Oh, that's
They
right.
all
I remember this.
magnetise together to form one large metal medallion. That is so weighty in hand. I feel like I want to use this.
That's
as the
just like a
objective
big
marker
flex for
instead
whoever
of the
has
smaller
it.
one somehow.
I can't help feeling that completing the quadrant there of the medallions live here in the studio is going to summon some sort of
I do
bloodthirster.
feel like I've got power coursing through me somehow. Maybe it's the adrenaline for getting my hands on all 4 of them.
Those
Sir,
are absolutely
that's
stunning.
heresy.
There's going to
That's
be
heresy, my guy.
a very limited edition. There are going to be only 1,600 copies of each available.
Oh gosh,
when
the
they go on release.
scalpers.
So if you want one of those,
The
or even all 4
scalpers
of
are
those,
going to go
make sure you get
insane.
one as soon as you possibly can.
World's most expensive
because
drink
I reckon
coaster.
they'll be
Right,
hot-
you're
they'll be
so
hot-
right.
They'll be selling the hotcakes. So there we go. That's the limited edition Chaos Codex is coming very soon. But I've had enough of talking about Chaos Filth. We've got some other cool stuff coming. It's time to go a little bit Imperium, as the Grey Knights are seeing their update here too. Alex, what have we got here?
Indeed. So
What
this
are
is
they
the
giving us?
Sanctic Conclave Battle Force.
The baby
with
carrier.
Grandmaster and Nemesis Dread Knight, units of Brotherhood Terminators.
What are
and
they giving
Strike Squads.
us?
So they're also getting their new codex, chock full of
They just
chock full of
they
all the
just did
background.
Emperor's Children.
The Grey Knights are basically super anti-demonic forces with their armor threaded through with psychoactive circuitry, and the Dread Knights in particular were made to combat the most horrific monsters, namely greater demons. Now this is an update to that Dread Knight kit.
It is indeed. We've had the rules for a Grandmaster in a Dread Knight for a little while, but now we've actually got a full kit to represent the most heroic heroes of the Grey Knights in a Dread Knight, ready to fight those greater demons, with weapon upgrades including the Subliminator, the huge Psychic Melter, and a Nemesis Mace, which is what this thing has in common, massive Psychic Blunt Force Trauma, which can destroy enemies. There's also a Nemesis Flail, which
He's
is sort
got
of
a
like a
big
Morning
mace.
Star version as well, which is coming here as well.
Makes me think
So
of
we've got new
Space
weapons,
King just a little bit.
of that guy, and a great new addition kit. It's basically like the Nemesis Dread Knight kit with an upgrade sprue in there as well to make it into a Grey Knight Grandmaster, which is just cool. In terms of the codex, Grey Knight players can expect to see rules like Gate of Infinity still there, slightly tweaked. We've got 5 detachments in there covering lots of different army styles, including the Sanctic Spearhead, which covers vehicles and walkers. So you can have an army of Dread Knights and Dreadnoughts if you wanted to, which is great. And
So
in
are we just
Crusade, you
getting
can
the
stave
Dread
off
Knight
Chaos Incursions
upgrade?
with the aid of vision sent to you by the prognosticars, which is cool. I like the sound of that.
Now, speaking of
That's
prognosticars,
it?
the Grey Knights have foreseen an invasion of a world that has previously been invaded by the World Eaters.
Of course. This is the new Crusade book, Armageddon.
Dude, that's it.
And Armageddon is a war zone
They just
that will be
updated
familiar
the-
to many veteran Warhammer players.
Oh, that's
Alex,
disappointing.
why is
I was hoping
Armageddon
for
such a big
more.
deal?
Well, it's been the site of many horrific invasions. Now, the world stands directly in the path of one of the Blood Crusades. It's splintered on all killed territories in Golgotha.
Not
However,
even a new
it
character here.
descended to plague the whole sector. Now, the amount of blood that has been spilt has basically fed the Red Angel's Gate, where Angron first emerged into Armageddon. And as such, the Conqueror has heeded the call and arrived. So the World Eaters have descended to Armageddon itself, but they're faced with regiments of the Death Corps, Logan Grimner's Space Wolves, High Marshal Helbrecht's Black Templars, and the Grey Knights who have foreseen this invasion.
This is so cool. What a great way to kick off a new war zone. And this actual book itself
I'm
is
sorry,
a
Grey
Crusade
Knight
book. If you've never
players.
played
I'm so
Crusade
sorry.
before. It's a wonderful way of linking your games together in a narrative sense, where your forces get enhancements or your units get upgrades as you go along. And it's a really cool way of playing 40k. If you've never played, I seriously recommend. We're playing at the moment.
Oh, yes.
And it's great fun. You can either choose to defend Armageddon, to attack Armageddon, or perhaps be one of the third party there, just not quite sure which side you're going to represent. Maybe you'll decide later on. And there's a tree campaign inside the book for all those 3 factions as they sort of take the battle to the enemy over the course of Armageddon.
Interesting.
It's great. We've got Crusade
Okay.
badges in
I'm
there.
sorry, I'm
There's a
still
focus on epic
disappointed,
heroes,
man.
mighty deeds, fighting hellscapes as the barriers between warp and reality just merge. And what's really
I'm
cool as well is there's
disappointed.
rules for unbound demons flocking to your
I
game
stopped
as sort of
listening.
non-player characters sort of running in and just taking taking both sides and just causing complete havoc as there's a demonic concursion on Armageddon, which is just great. So yeah, seriously, Armageddon Crusade coming very soon. Hey, do you know what? Armageddon does sound pretty cool.
It may be better than
It
nothing,
sounds
but
this cool.
still, like, it's just a sprue upgrade.
Armageddon. An imperial linchpin plagued by invasion and constant bloody
Just
warfare.
blow it up at this point.
Now the Blood God's followers swarm across the planet's ravaged surface.
Man, I'm sorry. Oh, man.
On the brink of
Sorry, Grey
annihilation,
Knights.
the world's defenders issue a desperate plea for aid. Will anyone answer their call?
Ooh. Space Wolves. Okay. So, Lehman?
The Adeptus Astartes must halt the demonic tide.
Okay.
That was incredible,
Wow.
and everybody there will have noticed a whole new raft of Space Wolves.
Oh, they're here. The Space Wolves are here.
Did
We've
he
been waiting for them
just-
for a
Oh,
long
yes.
time. And it's great to see
I'm
a
sorry, that hurt me a
fantastic
little
new
bit.
range of
He
miniatures coming
awooed
your way for the Space
on a
Wolves.
live stream.
Let's take a look because,
And it
I mean,
wasn't
look at
even an
these.
ironic awoo.
Stunning.
It's just we've waited, and here they are. This, in particular, what we're seeing
it
right
was
now
an
is the
unironic
Space Wolves Army
woo.
launch set coming to you soon. Included in there is the new Wolf Priest, the new Battle Leader, the new Head Takers, the Blood Claws, and the Grey Hunters.
brave
We're all
man.
getting new miniatures there. We'll talk about all of
they
these.
look
They've got the
great.
new Codex in there as well. Oh wow. What a force. And let's have a look at some of the models a bit closer, shall we? Starting off with the Wolf Priest. Now, my compatriot
love-
Simon here tells me that aside from a random
Dude.
Games Day miniature some 20 years ago, this is the first time Games Workshop has done
That
a Wolf
helmet?
Priest miniature.
That makes me think
so
of
it's great to
Remley's.
see. And I'm right in thinking this is a kind of mix between an
The
apothecary
hood and the
a chaplain.
helmet. It's like
Indeed,
Remley's
their
right
duties
there.
are to observe the warring tribes of Fenris and to sort of select potential aspirants. They harvest gene seed, they tend to the wounded, but they're also spiritual advisors,
Dude.
preparing their brothers for mental and
He
spiritual
looks
trials.
neat.
It's really nice. This model's actually got quite a few options here as well. You've got head options,
leather
helmeted, bare heads as
gloves.
well.
That's a vibe.
In game, you can restore wounds to units that you've joined, and also add one to melee wound rolls, Litany of Hates. It's got rules from both the Apothecarium and the Chaplaincy as well, which is just cool. Also in the box set, we've got another leader, the Wolfguard Battle Leader. Might be my favourite model of the box, this one.
Very cool.
It's so cool.
I
Again,
dig
lots of
his
options
shield.
here. Helmeted, bare heads, different weapon options as well. Who are the Wolfguard Battle Leaders?
So these guys are members of the Wolf Guard, and they're deputized into leading warriors on the battlefield. They're essentially the equivalent of a Space Marine lieutenant. They're typically temporary positions, but a war can last years, decades. So temporary is an odd term to use. They've got access to ancient and powerful
man.
relics from the Great Company's armory.
He looks
and when the
cool. I
Wolf
like
Lord
him.
falls, it is from amongst these Wolf Guard that his replacement is found. So giving them experience in these leadership roles is invaluable.
You want these guys leading your units into combat, specifically your
More
Wolfguard Head
lieutenants.
Takers, your Grey Hunters, or your Blood Claws, which is the next new unit we're going to have a look at here. Look at these. What a great update on an iconic Space Wolf unit. These guys are the sort of the newer Space
he's
Wolves.
so happy.
Loads
Look
of
at
options
him.
all
He's
over the
so
kit,
happy
including
to be
different
here.
heads and things as well. They're wearing slightly lighter armor than other Marines as well, so they look like they're a bit newer. That suits their background, right?
Yeah, they're young and impetuous, and they
I
need to
love the
prove
Wolverine
themselves, temper themselves in
sideburns
battle.
on that one
like
guy
all chapters, training is harsh and extensive,
claw.
but battlefield experience is the most valuable, and so the Blood Claws are not discouraged from taking up positions in the vanguard.
That's pretty cool. Now, as Blood Claws have been in the past, these guys are combat-centric, carrying their Astartes chainsword and their bolt pistol. But the big news here is, like all Space Wolves infantry in Tacticus armor, they are movement 7. So they're faster than other Space Marines because they're desperate to get
Oh,
into
shoot.
combat. They're cunning hunters as well, allowing them to re-roll 1s to wound. And if the target is in
Space
range of
Wolves
an
don't
objective,
like
they can
wearing
re-roll
helmets.
all
We just
wounds,
know
which
that
is
at
pretty
this
cool.
point.
Just like the Grey Hunters, who are the other iconic Space Wolf unit, which we are seeing new models for here as well. Again, all plastic, loads of options for the pack leader, lots of options all over the kit to really personalise
Yeah,
your
movement
Marines,
7.
which is perfect for the Grey Hunters, as they're more the veteran Marines,
Fast
aren't
little
they?
guys.
Yeah, so they've survived long enough as Blood Claws to become Grey Hunters, and this is when the Canis Helix is really presenting a bit more apparently. So they've got grey hairs, fangs, rougher skin, all of those like canine developments that we love with the Space Wolves. They're really closely bonded units. They work independently or as part of a larger force. They're stalwart and reliable and hold that.
Why didn't
sort
we
of
get this with the Blood
fire
Angels, man?
against the Blood
Look, man,
Claws. They're a
I'm with you.
Core part of your Space Wolf force.
Absolutely core. But these guys are great at everything. They have Astartes chainsword, so they can pack a punch in combat. Each Marine carries a bolt carbine, allowing them to fire up to 3 shots apiece. The pack leader
Nice.
can have a power fist or a power weapon. But the big news here, as well as the fact that they can move 7 inches like the Blood Claws, is that this unit are OC3 apiece, which makes them absolutely perfect for holding and capturing objectives from the enemy. They are absolutely core, and I hate to admit it, but they might be one of the best core battle line units in the Imperial forces. So yeah, get your hands on, or your claws on some of these if you possibly can.
Your claws.
Up next, we've got the
My
elite
inner
of the
wolf
force, the
boy.
head takers, and their hunting wolves.
So the head takers tend to be from those wolf guard who still retain some of their youthful recklessness, and they specialise in hunting down enemy champions, beasts, warlords, those Fenrisian wolves with them
those
are
wolves are
closely
neat.
bonded to them, and it's so strong that it's almost as if they act as one, with like an instinctive coordination.
These are elite infantry, similar to Blade Guard veterans you might recognise from the Space Marines. They have loads of options. There's 9 interchangeable head options in the kit for your bare helmeted
Wow.
I'm
a coward. I only use helmets.
There's lots of bare heads in the Space Wolf kits, which is great because that really suits them. You can give these guys different weapon options. They can come with a mastercrafted power weapon and shield, or a pair of mastercrafted power weapons for 6 attacks apiece. The head takers and hunting wolves fight as separate units on the battlefield, which is quite interesting. So you can run them around separately. You were talking about the sort of going for the big monsters and the champions there. Before the game, you select one enemy unit to be your quarry, and they get devastating wounds and precision when targeting that quarry. And when they've killed it, they just select a new unit and a new quarry, which is terrifying. Of course, inside this box, we're also seeing
that
the
makes me
Space
think of like
Wolves
Hunter's Mark
Codex
from Dungeons
supplement
and Dragons
as well.
5th edition.
Like I said, this is in
That
conjunction
spell.
with the Space Marines Codex as
spell,
well, but it contains
feature.
a full background on Space Wolves faction, the colour section
feature,
with
kind of
loads of
both.
cool shots of the miniatures, army rules, everything you expect from the Codex, of course. There are 3 detachments inside, each
I
with their
know,
own
this-
theme and their
all
own
signs
saga
pointing
to
to
complete.
Lehman Russ.
Complete your saga, you get additional rules, which is really cool. And in Crusade, there are new Oathsworn campaigns, expanding on those in Space Marines Codex. So the Space Wolf theme saga to complete, earn deeds of making, exclusive battle traits, scars, agendas, everything else you expect from Crusade as well.
Indeed, my favourite little aspect often of these codexes is the little asides, the little addendums that are added to it. And there's a quote from an Inquisitor here that I think really sums them up. They are deviants all, these Space Wolves, uncouth and lacking in honour, informal and without discipline. They respond contempt to direct orders, scoff at Lord Guilliman's Codex Astartes, and treat the orders of Imperial commanders with contempt. And I think that sums them up perfectly.
Yeah,
and an awful lot of
that's
Space
pretty
Wolf players
accurate.
I've met as well, to be fair. You know who you
That's
guys
pretty
are.
accurate.
Well, that's an incredible range of miniatures coming for the Space Wolves.
Dude,
and
that's
what's
gonna be
more,
cool.
that's not all. There's going to be more coming as well. We just haven't shown you everything yet. Expect some more characters, some more elite units coming too, but keep your acute senses fixed on Warhammer Community website, where you can get to see more of those in the very near future. So that's great news for Space Wolf players.
it's absolutely
That range
Yeah,
of threats
Space
you've been
Wolves,
looking for is here.
they're eating.
Congratulations, guys.
They're
But let's
eating.
have a look now over to Question Corner. Ed, folks have got to be happy about the Space Wolves, right? Surely.
They are indeed. There's lots of love for Space Wolves.
I love how he asked about Space
Wolf-related
Wolves.
question though is, do we know if Thunderwolf Cavalry
To
are
avoid
still going to be
the
rolling
question
across
about the Grey
battlefield?
Knights,
So
all the
we're not
Grey
gonna
Knights
answer any
fans are
questions about that
screaming.
right now, because the Warhammer Community website is going to give you more details about what's going to be included in the Codex coming forward. There's loads of articles coming about that. So just keep your eyes on Warhammer Community for now, and all your questions will be answered right there on the website. And sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, for definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, but a couple of
Chat
questions
was not
that have been
happy
asked
about the
since actually
Suns
before
robot.
the stream started, and they've
Okay.
been asked throughout, so
Eager.
it's time to come to them. Imperial Knights, obviously on the last roadmap, they appeared as one of the next codexes. Now, obviously, we've got Chaos sort of coming at a similar time. When can we see Imperial Knights, do we think?
We will answer that momentarily.
Ooh,
okay.
Still to
Interesting,
come,
interesting.
essentially. Chaos Knights, do you know if they're ever getting a named character? That's another question that's been asked since the beginning.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be real pedantic here, but in White Dwarf 509, they got 2 named characters in the Combat Patrol. So there we go. That they already exist. As for other named characters in the future, I don't know, to be honest with you. Again, keep your eyes on Warcom. If we haven't talked about it here, we can't mention it yet. Warhammer Community's got all the information you need, guys.
Yeah, so tied into that, again, we've had questions about the release dates, the limited edition codexes. Again, same thing, it'll be announced on Warcom. Another question about them, though, is are they all releasing at the same time, or are they staggered?
Ooh, that's a good question. We know the Army launch set's going to be released as itself, but then we'll see other stuff coming out later on as well. Release dates and everything completely up to other people other than us. Again, Warhammer Community and the social media channels are the place to look for that. And I know we've got burning questions we want to answer, guys. We can't say everything quite yet, but keep your eyes on Warhammer Community. That's the place to look.
I do have a potential lore-based question. Obviously, we're coming back to Armageddon. Wouldn't be Armageddon without Old Man Yarrick. Now, is he still around in the lore?
Great question. Great question.
As we saw from the Astra Militarum Codex a while back, Yarrick is, as far as the Imperium is concerned, deceased. there was a great memorial for him.
There we
So
go.
unfortunately, no.
Well, at least, yeah, it's a pretty much hard no. Read the Codex Astra Militarum.
Are we
was- there
sure
was a-
about
There
that?
was a body.
Sorry, guys. He's an old man no longer. But hope that answers that, but maybe not the way you wanted us to. I guess.
Show me the
Anything
body.
else, Ed?
Yep.
Yeah, again, there's just lots of questions about, new minis, what might be coming next. So again, all those will just still be.
Do you know what?
Check out Warcom.
We would
and
love
you'll
to
see more
answer
of those.
all those questions, guys.
Yes.
And as hobbyists ourselves, we totally understand, but we can't say everything right now. Just keep your eyes on the Warhammer website and you'll see all that. In fact, should we take a look right now, a little look further ahead at what might be coming next for Warhammer 40,000?
So coming up first, we've got the 1,000 Suns. They're going to be marching in with
Oh,
those new
man, I
Centaur
still
robots.
don't like
Then we've
it.
got
Nope.
Space Wolves
Seeing it
howling
again,
in,
I don't like
the
it.
World Eaters. Finally, the Death Guard are going to make a slow trudge up the field.
They're coming quite soon as well. It's saying right now on the screen, so they're coming real soon, which is good news for all you Chaos fans and Space Wolf fans. Now, what's coming next? We've got the Black Templars, we've got the Grey Knights, the Chaos Knights, and Imperial Knights are stomping over the horizon as we speak.
Okay.
And then a little bit further on,
Yeah,
these are
there's your
3
salamanders.
factions coming. Now, I'm pretty sure I can guess at least 2 of these.
Yeah, me too, but they are definitely
Interesting
and
there.
in the far future, something's coming. It's a shadowy shape. What could it be? Let us know in the chat what you think that could be, because I've got a couple of theories, certainly.
That looks
do you
like
reckon? I
a
reckon there's a
space
few good
marine.
I've got an idea.
Yeah, me too. So there we go. That's what's coming for the future for Warhammer 40,000. We've got just a time for a couple more questions. Ed, is there anything else that's burning people want to know?
There's a lot of questions about Warcry, where we're at with the current edition. Obviously, we've still got a lot of Warcry.
Yeah, it looks like a
itself at the
Space
moment.
Marine
Have you got any
lieutenant.
updates on Warcry?
Nothing to report at the moment. Again, keep your eyes on one. It's going to be the same answer pretty much. Just keep your eyes on one community for all updates as for that sort of thing.
You should just
Anything
pin
else?
that message on the
Are these
stream.
1,000 Suns automatons related to Vashtor in any way?
that's a good
They've got the
question.
dark mechanic.
Ooh, time will tell.
Time will tell. Vashtor, of course, is the sort of the dark mechanic of the Chaos Forces, right?
Yes.
Has he perhaps built them, maybe?
Oh,
I don't know.
These are ancient robots,
Oh,
so
okay.
these have been around for a very long time. But that's not to say that Vashtor isn't going to have some sort of hand in anything technological. He's happily shown up at the Pariah Nexus. Obviously, he's got wormwood. It wouldn't surprise me if his claws got all over the place.
There we go. Do you know what? That's been an absolutely brilliant show. We've seen some fantastic releases, some fantastic previews coming up. What we saw the old
We've seen
world.
some good
We
ones.
saw Kill Team.
Oh, yes. Space Wolves.
Space
All
Wolves.
those 40k releases.
Cathay
all the
and
Chaos
Space
factions.
Wolves
Yeah,
are
the
probably
Spearheads
like
coming for Warhammer
Yep.
Sigmar as well. What's been your
the
favourite?
best ones here that they've shown today.
I'm awfully tempted by the Raveners and that Kill Team box, but I
cool.
think it's going to
Yeah,
be the Grand
Cathay
Dragon.
totally
Yeah.
stole the
Beautiful
board.
model. And for me, I think I'm a Spearhead fan, so I'm really looking forward to playing Sand and Bone. And I can't wait to see Simon paint some of those new Space Walls as well. It's going to be good. It's been an absolute blast. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us here on the preview show. Just a quick one. If you want to see any more
Nick, give us
pictures and
another
information about what
awoo,
we've shown here today,
please.
make sure you're going over to the Warhammer Community website where you can have a look at some more pictures and check out
We'll
more
go
information.
look at some
And also
pictures
sign
here
up
in
to
a
the
sec.
newsletter there as well, which is where you'll get all the first information. You can sign up to our social media, which is again where you'll see loads of pictures. You can see on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X. Sign up there and get all the information straight to you. And also this weekend at Adepticon, we have other streams coming right here on Twitch as well. So if you want to see the Warhammer 40,000 Championship or the Warhammer 40,000 Team Tournaments, they're all being
I don't know if
streamed
we'll watch
over the
those.
next 4 days up until Sunday. So do check them out right here on
Don't
Twitch.
know if we'll
Thanks
watch
to
those.
everyone involved behind the scenes, behind the camera. Those of you in the chat, Notley, you're absolute legend. Thank you so much indeed. Alex, Ed, it's been a real pleasure. I think that's it, guys. I think we're signing out.
Yep.
Thank you so much for joining us, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Goodbye.
Okay, well, that is certainly interesting. The front part half of this was really good with Cathay. They look awesome. I feel bad for some of these other units that are just 100% suffering as a result. One second. I'm going to pull up the Warhammer page. And we'll look at some of the minis more. Okay. I'm gonna pull up pictures and stuff. Let's see. What do we want to look at? We're gonna look at Cathay first because they look kind of cool. Where's Cathay? There it is. Okay, one moment. Okay. Let me get rid of that. There we go. So, we'll look at some of the we're gonna look at some of the minis. Yeah, they basically didn't even do Grey Knights. They're like, we updated. He has more weapons, and it's like, oh man, they did you dirty. They did the Grey Knights fans dirty. There was so much potential. Okay, can I? There we go. We could kind of get a better look at these. Kind of get a better look at these. These Cathay minis. Yeah, no, it's just an add-on sprue, like, for the Grey Knights. It's rough. It's rough, man. I feel bad. I feel so bad. Like, ooh. And yeah, personally, I don't like that kit because it looks like he's in a baby carrier. Oh man, they did not read the room there. They didn't read the room. Please tell me they sell the Sentinel separately, right? I want one of those Sentinels separately. Dude, but these look so nice. I always admire the paint jobs that people have on these. Just, oh my gosh, absolutely incredible. Let's see, I want to look at the Sentinel a little bit more. Give me Sentinel. Open. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh, how tall is it? I want to know how tall this is. I have no gauge for how tall. What is that? How big is this base? Wait, they talked about Armageddon and the orcs? Less about the orcs. It was just talking about how Armageddon is happening again against the forces of chaos. Specifically, 15 stealth. Thanks for the super chat. It's very tall. Very tall. As big as a knight. Yeah, I get that. Dude. All of this little detail, I'd probably die, but... Oh, we can see the back, too. Oh, gosh, thank you. I wanted to... Well, that's not great. There we go. No, these Sentinels are so cool. Oh, and you get to see the right here in the joints. I'm hoping they show off more of the Cathay roster soon. The models are great, but the roster is missing a lot. Yeah, that would be nice because it would be nice. I was gonna say more, but I realized I don't know enough about Old World to speak on that in a good way. But dude, I love the way these Sentinels look. Oh my gosh. I definitely want to get one and do it marbled. That will take forever. But in the end, it will be worth it. Let's see. The Queen. Can we just get a picture of just her? And not with her mini, the human one. I will say my only thought when I was looking at her, and I didn't know how to articulate at the moment, but she's got like, it's less, she doesn't have scales on her face. She looks like she's got like a goblin head. I love the scales everywhere else. It looks great, but I feel like she should have more scales on her face. I don't know if that's how she's done up in Total War, but I was expecting more of a scaled face, because this gives me, like, goblin texture. Which disappoints me a little bit. But other than that, she looks great. She looks really, really cool. And I'm all for it. Yeah, it almost looks leathery up here. Yeah, that's the only part. I was like, man, something is up with her face, and I don't like the way it looks. It's the lack of scales. The lack of scales. Let me see. We're not going to look at Grey Knights. I won't make any of you sad. We'll look at the Space Wolves. Okay. Oh, Shadow Seeker, thank you for the super chat. I'm so hyped for Cathay. Good way to pair them up with my Tomb Kings, with Cetra, the Great King. No, I'm not gonna continue reading that. My wallet is dying. Yes. Oh my gosh. My wallet is thinking about dying as a result. I agree. I agree. Oh, let me turn my background music on. There we go. Now we have the music back. Sorry. Yeah, we'll avoid talking about the Grey Knights. I'm sorry. Very Wolverine looking dude. They had to get in the mutton chops. They had to do it. You know they did. Let me go up here. Look at these. I like in general, I like the standard, like, Space Marine design, like, simple, classic, nice and clean, crisp. So I like the way these look, but yeah, these guys, these are the guys. Yeah, and they have those older helms too, the mixed armor types. Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, oh, they've got a couple different, like, helmet types in there. I thought that was kind of neat. I love these shields, man. They're so cool. I love me my Space Marines. Yeah, and this battle leader, he's so cool. This is just the word you're gonna hear from me the rest of the night. Cool, cool, I like this. Cool, cool, cool. That's pretty much how this is gonna go. I apologize in advance. I love the detail with the teeth and the furs. Oh, just so good. Oh yeah, look at this guy. I do like the head variety that they have, that you can have a bunch of different options when it comes to your kit. Although this helmet is super cool. Aurelia's vocab is small in stature. It's not that it's small in stature, it's just I'm taking in a lot of information right now, and my brain resorts to a smaller pool of words to draw from. Let's make that clear. Yes, it's only because I'm excited. The articulation is at low levels today. He didn't get a nap. Yeah, they all look like they might need a nap or something. Just a little nap. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to... We're gonna go look at that corn. Not corn, World Eaters. Because I have questions. Here. Okay, I have questions. So, like, This is me being picky. And you could say, well, it's the warp, Aurelia. It's not a big deal. But like, how does this work? This is blunt. This has teeth, so that'll hurt if he hits you with his arm. I get that. But it's not like it's a chain blade where it revs. If it does, that's terrifying, but it doesn't clearly go in a circle. So, like, it's more like a blunt object and less of an actual blade. It vibrates, not spins. It's partially a saw, but, like, it doesn't look like a very effective saw. Like, for how Korn fights, it's not really all that effective. It's like it's like hitting someone with a serrated knife. It's not. You're right. It's not gonna be. You're better off with a sharper blade, I would think, because it's not like this rotates like a regular chainsword would. Imagine the most horrific way it could possibly work. That's how it works. Okay. But I prefer to not... Like, there's an element of, like, I appreciate the design behind some of the weapons. And it felt like it was like, let's just give him an axe for an arm. But it's not even a very efficient axe. It's blunt. And it's more like you puncture something. It's like a bludgeon. Less of an axe and like a cudgel. Because the teeth tear into the skin, but, like, that doesn't really... You have to keep hitting them. And you basically have to swing your arm like one direction to really get a good hit. Yes, you have teeth here to get the backhand, but I just don't find it very efficient. If you're going to fight someone, if you're doing blood for the blood god, this is not how you get the most blood the fastest. Look at where his elbow is. Where does he swing that? Like, it's like right in front of him. It's not like he has very good reach either. Because see, look, he's got this, and then he's got extension, and then it's here. But he has the same... I'm being picky. I 100% recognize that I'm being very picky when it comes to this mini. Because this is basically this and... Let's see. If we are guessing... Boop, boop, boop. Okay. His hand would realistically start around here-ish. So actually, it's not as good as his sword because he's probably going to have less reach with this arm rather this. And you know what? If you're blood godding, if you're doing blood for the blood god, you need reach. You need reach. Having this up in so close, nah. It's the warp efficiency doesn't matter. No, but blood for the blood god, my guy. Korn wants the blood, and he wants the blood now. He wants the blood fast. Korn cares not for reach, only blood. What I'm saying is, you're not going to get a lot of blood spilt on that arm. You're not going to get a lot of blood from that weapon arm. The teeth are sharp. It would work like a saw blade, but a saw blade, like... No, I'm being picky. I'm sorry. But it's not moving. Those aren't moving unless they vibrate really tightly, like a tight vibration. It's twice as much blood, his and yours. Okay, I accept that one. If he can even hit you with it, he loses about like... let me get his hands here, that there. You probably lose about... Maybe it's not a big deal. You're losing anywhere between 6 inches and a foot of length, like, and reach. Oh, 50 stealth, thank you for the super chat. The third war of Armageddon with the orcs started before Gilman was resurrected and is still going on. Oh yeah, Korn and joined it on the fun. Look, if I was Korn and I wanted blood, yeah, I'd join there too. Realistically, it would be used like a dagger. Okay. Okay, I guess. In a way. But at least daggers have a pointed tip. This has, like, It's not efficient. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the people that like this mini. It is cool, but we didn't think about how this would actually work. I like his blood syringes. I can appreciate that. Would it be good for decapitations? Yeah, if you stood, like, really close to him. Internal bleeding. Look, if internal bleeding counted for Khorne, I would say he'd be the most powerful Chaos God. If you think about girls, think about the internal bleeding that they do, that we do. Khorne would be the most powerful Chaos God. It's too late. I made fun of it. I made fun of it. Time to... This guy's fine. I didn't have any, like... This one didn't, like, wow me. He's existing. He's just here. Hitting on chaos is based. Yes, exactly. Okay, these guys. The pictures aren't in super high definition. I apologize. I'm a little disappointed. First off, I didn't know these guys existed, so there is that. There was getting over that part. He got high heels. Point number one. They've got heels. I think it's supposed to look more like a bird claw in the back, the way these are sitting. I do appreciate the barrels of the gun, the two-headed bird. I like that. I'm sorry, the legs are so skinny. I think if they were like beefed up a little bit, I would like this model more, but I can't get over it. And the paint job here, it's not helping them out too much. Oh, a Hellbrute model. Now that would have been something. That would have been really cool to look at. But yeah, I think they need... Give me thunder thighs, okay? Give me some thunder thighs here. Give me a little bit of stability. They just... Oh, here's my thought. They stand too tall. They should be a little... Like, they're very skinny, and I think they stand too tall on their skinny legs. Thighs are the best. Aurelia finally realizes the truth. What are you talking about? Of course I know thighs are great. Of course I know that. I've got thighs of my own, man. I am well aware. I know. Trust me. They feel out of place. I think we'd be better if they were more demon engines. Yeah, right? Like, they look too futuristic in my mind, and they tried to tone it back with the very Egyptian style, like, plates. But it doesn't... That's not doing it for me. It's not doing it for me, man. I wonder... Part of me is curious if they do... If GW does, like, test groups where they have people look at these and, like, hey, what do you think of this mini? Like, it might help them out a bunch. Because... And I'm not saying all of these are like this. They're not all bad. Some of them are, like, really interesting. But I feel like it would really help them out to get some feedback. And obviously, you're not gonna, like, not everyone is gonna love every design, but if they do, I'm not sure how much they represent the general community. That's the thing. You'd want... It's hard to find people that would represent, like, the community as a whole. Which, so I know I pitch an idea, but it would be difficult to... It would be difficult to do, and on top of that, even if you have NDAs, people can still, like... You're like, oh, this is what's coming up, this is, like, the new stuff, and... It can get messy really fast. Yeah, I would say... Give them thighs. Make them big, thick thigh boys. Nice and thick. Oh, here's the back. Interesting. Wow, the most expensive coaster you can ever get with these coins. Aurelia spends too much time on Cha-Cha streams. Look. Listen. It's all about, like, the balance of it. It just doesn't feel balanced. You've got these really thick arms. It just doesn't feel balanced. I think for a magic-based chapter, they shouldn't be so robotic. Yes, I agree. I agree with that. Let's see. Was there anything else we want to look at? Everything else was kind of okay. We'll switch back over to the other screen. But yeah, that was at least interesting to watch, which I do like that. Seeing some of the new models was really cool. Cathay, oh my gosh, beautiful. Oh, Too Bright, thank you for being a member for 10 months, and DinoFan, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Leo. Appreciate it. Oh, Gone, thank you for the bits. Good night, Custodies. See you next stream. Yes, we will be streaming tomorrow, but we'll chat for a little bit more. We'll chat for a little bit longer. What are your guys' thoughts? I wanna hear what you... Oh, yeah, I guess there are the NIDs. We didn't look at the Tyranids. I totally forgot. Well... Oh, wait, no, actually, I do want to go back. 1 second, hang on. Let me pull up the... I want to go back to the one that looks like he's mewing. This one. I was not looking at the right picture. 1 second. Okay, hang on. We're gonna go back 1 moment. Okay, so this is the one, and I'm so brain rotted. I feel a little bit bad about saying this, but like this, he's got the jawline, right? Oh, you can't see my mouse. He's got the jawline, right? And then this right here, when I saw it at like first glance in the video, it looks like a bottom lip. And so I was like, wow, is he mewing? And I'm ashamed of myself. Like, I'm a little ashamed, but like, am I wrong? Am I like entirely wrong? Getting absolutely mocked by the NIDs. Yep. I do think this is funny. 40K once again, despite being the cash cow, as the stepchild for the artists. It does feel that way sometimes, doesn't it? Because fantasy, they are spoiled so hard. Good for them. Good for them. This reveal was all extremes. They had very high highs and very low lows. Yep. 100%. Expecting a lot more for some of those armies, but, well, What can you do? What can you do? I do appreciate these really beefy servitors. I always imagine the servitors to be kind of just like regular Joe Schmo dudes, but I appreciate how like beefy these guys are. Yeah, because normally you expect them to be like something like this. So seeing like the big beefy boys, I would like, yeah, I like that. Yeah, Froggy is probably drooling all over this. Yeah, I like this guy, looks cool. Hi, Lord Master of Sotek. Can we get that the command for Sotek, please? Hi, I saw your messages. I was in the middle of watching. I was in the middle of watching the stream. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We were talking about how things were really had some really cool high points, some amazing models, and then it was a bit of a disappointment. Oh well. Oh well. This only strengthens my desire to buy GW. This is the plan. This is the plan. You're talking about my 5-year plan? That is the plan. Yeah, there's so much going on. But we're just going back through looking at some of these models. But yeah, all right, we're done looking at the pictures now. Yeah, we covered everything that we kind of wanted to look at. As a fantasy fan, happy to say Cathay 95% for 40k is okay. Yeah, 40k stuff was fine. Cathay is amazing. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of Xenos, but to be fair, they did release Eldar recently, and they look fantastic, so I'm not too surprised that they didn't do anything more Xenos related. They had some Tyranids, but like, you know, it was very light. Yeah, Cathay did look really good. The Emic team looks like a new model and a bunch of reuse parts. It kind of does. I do like the newer model. I like the Tech Priest, or whatever his specific name is. I immediately forgot it. Techno Archaeologist and the Servitor Underseer. Those guys. So. Well, yeah. But. Yeah, I don't have much more for this stream. I thought this was pretty fun. Getting to chat a little bit in advance and talking afterwards about how everything went. I kind of like this. I think we'll do more of these in the future. And it'll be better because I'll have a better pulse on like what's in the market right now and like what's going on. I definitely want to do this again as time permits me to. It'll be particularly interesting when they're doing releases that are more geared to European times. I am curious, yes, about what they're gonna do for the Chaos Knights. That's gonna be fun. So I hope they're cooking in the future. But hey, when are they gonna do their next reveal? I imagine they're gonna do it sometime for like I imagine they'll do it sometime soon, but we'll see. But in any case, this was really fun. Let's see, do we want to raid into anyone? 1 second. Let me see how. No, I'm not seeing anyone who's like suited for us to raid into today. we may raid another time. But given that we're kind of very heavy on the Warhammer today, this may not be the right call. I think the next is July or August. That's what I was thinking in the summer. But I wasn't sure. So, yeah, no, didn't find anyone that would be like a good like raid match. So, it will be another time. But tomorrow, we are playing some more Repo with some of my new girl VTuber friends. It'll be a lot of fun. A little bit earlier, 2:30 p.m. Pacific time. So no evening stream, but hopefully for you Europeans, you'll be able to catch this one, since it'll be at around like 9-10 your time. So thank you so much everyone for joining. Thank you for joining me and being just so patient with me while I was admiring all of these models. In the future, I hope to be more well versed and be able to make some better guesses on what we may see in the future. I really like this. It was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed some of my silly, cringy commentary when it came to mewing and other things. In any case, have a good night, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow, or I will see you on Friday as we paint some more minis. Have a good night. No, not the unironic woo.